following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
Is behind him in the formation. And the handoff is going to go to Henschel. Henschel's got a gap and a seam. Henschel pile driving his way forward. Henschel to the end zone. Arms up for the Fond du Lac touchdown.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, expert analysis, and top-notch production.
Takes a snap, gives to Schomburg. Schomburg, hole, right side! Sideline, touchdown!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multiple-year first-place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
Cash it in, tie this thing up. Motion goes to Momentum. He'll line up at the backfield now. Williamson, play fake, looking, one-on-one coverage. Johnson, touchdown! Fond du Lac, a 27-yard strike. And there,
our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pinot Construction,
Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Airtech, Coal, Oil and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to WLA as the Vikings take on the Cardinals of Mayville. Justin Schwartzmiller alongside Jordan King, and Andy will be down in the portable. Jordan, a fantastic, another great flyweight conference matchup we got coming tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Obviously, WLA not a place that we get to too often, and the Vikings is good start to the season, 2-0. Mayville's 2-0. Obviously, Mayville coming off that massive conference win against Campbell Sport in 3 sets, one that we were there. We didn't really expect it, but they played extremely well, especially in that first set to get the quick start. And yeah, look, the big match again tonight. I think you have 2 undefeated teams in the conference. We should be here, and here we are. And I'm looking forward to seeing if WLA's the real deal. You know, a win over Lemira, a win against North Fond du Lac. So here's their first, real test against the team that we would expect to be finishing near the top in Mayville. And this is going to feature 4 really, really good middles. We talk a lot about Leah Voskel and Brielle Ehlers, but Jenna Petrowitz and Jill Pino for WLA are both excellent as well. So we're going to see 4 really good middles tonight. We're going to see 4 really good setters tonight. And it's just kind of a case of whose supporting cast around them maybe it comes out a little sharper tonight, I think is going to be a big deal. So, not here to make predictions, but I think we're going to be here for I'd be a little bit surprised if it was a sweep here tonight.
And it's funny, like we talk about the middles. Maybe we don't see them get outsized a lot.
Yeah.
They're not going to get outsized tonight, but it's going to be equal.
Yeah, I think it's. I was talking to a couple of WLA fans and a couple of WLA coaches, and the one thing I said is I think on paper it's probably not the greatest matchup for WLA, a team who is led by their middles in a lot of different ways. And here you go, you got to face a team that has 5 6-footers probably, or close to, with Voskel and Ehlers and Middlestat and, Schelpfeffer and Bader and all this blocking talent for Mayville. So I'll be interested to see how WLA handles that, because they're probably going to have to get a little more creative, use their outsides a little bit more, and we'll see if maybe their setters decide to get a little creative. And I think they're going to have to probably tonight.
We're going to step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll talk about the away team, the Mayville Cardinals, after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers. offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, a remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
We are Hostess Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
All-Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. We're going to talk about the Mayville Cardinals. First, we'll start with last week for Mayville. A tough loss in Game 1 against Watertown Luther Prep. I mean, it was a great game. I mean, that Luther Prep team was everything we thought they were going to be. But we talked about if you're going to lose one match last week, that's the one you want to lose. Because then you play Campbellsport on Thursday, and they sweep them in straight sets, which was a shock to us.
Yeah, and it was just interesting how that week went down because they played so well in that first set against Luther Prep, and then set 2, not so much, set 3, even worse. And so you just thought to yourself, how are they going to start on Thursday against Campbellsport? And the answer was come out just like they did on Tuesday. And they dominated set number 1 against Campbellsport. Set 2 almost gave up that big lead and blew it. Obviously, if Campbellsport wins set 2, I think that whole match goes a different direction. But you got to give credit to Mayville. We talked about it on Thursday. Both the second and the third set were 23-23, and they closed out both of them with a couple of straight points to end them. And that's something that I think Coach Capps has been searching for, right? This roller coaster of a team that's been up and down, and which Mayville's going to show up tonight. I think that was a good answer for him to say, like, they needed to lock in, and they found a way to lock in.
And just look at the resiliency of that team. They gave up a big lead in set 2, and they gave up a fairly bigger lead, or they came back from a big lead in set 3 to win both of those 2 sets. I mean, I wouldn't say we were shocked. We knew that Mayville team was good. We just didn't think that it would come down to that against Campbellsport, who we thought, for the longest time, you and I thought that it was their conference.
Yeah, well, we didn't see that consistency. We just hadn't seen that consistency from Mayville. So to see that 3 straight sets was pretty impressive. And I think that's where WLA's got to be careful tonight. Is if that Mayville shows up tonight in the first 3 sets, WLA's going to have their hands full to keep this thing going for 4 or more sets. So and Mayville's got all the talent in the world. It's just whether they can put it together consistently enough.
And then we talk about the weekend. They went to Beaver Dam, played in a tournament. They lost in 3 to Germantown, a very good team in a higher division. Lost in 3 to Beaver Dam. Same thing, very good team in a higher division. Swept Horicon. They beat Horicon again. They beat them in 2 this time. They lost to Campbellsport in 2 sets, and then they beat Waukesha North in 3 sets. I mean, it looks like we said, the consistency thing. Are we going to get that consistency again tonight?
Yeah, and save for that Campbellsport match, which, by the way, both of those sets were very close. So it was not, just like Mayville sweep. It's like sometimes you see sweep and it's like, oh, they blew them out. Not really. But I was happy. I think from a Mayville fan, you have to be happy that the Germantown and Beaver Dam matches in particular, you're able to take them to third set and play 3 with those teams because those are quality opponents that you could very well get swept by. And so I think you got to be happy going to 3 there. And overall, another, I would say, positive weekend for Mayville.
We'll talk about the leaders from the Mayville Cardinals. Mansueto leads in kills per set with 2.2. Then Brielle Ehlers, the freshman, with 1.8. And Vasco with 1.8 as well. Vasco with a 37% hitting percentage, 34 from Ehlers. And Schellpfeffer with a 15.5% hitting percentage. But the big thing comes in the middle. Bader with 25 blocks. 25 blocks from Bosco and 24 from Ehlers.
Yeah, and Bader's still in the top 5. Bader and Bosco both inside the top 5 in the conference and in those blocks. Just a note on Bosco and Ehlers, both middles. Those hitting percentages you talked about, Bosco leads the conference and Ehlers is second. So there you go. And again, Jill Pino, one of the middles for WLA, is 5th. So again, I'm really excited to see what we're going to see, or see what happens out of these really talented middles tonight. But you mentioned it, the block that Mayville has, the presence at the net is just. Not only do they have the players, we talked about it with Campbellsport, it's the depth. John Dre with Campbellsport is as good a blocker as you'll see in the Flyway Conference. After that, maybe Campbellsport doesn't have quite the depth. It's always there. The block is always there for Mayville. So how does WLA handle trying to hit around that? We'll see.
And we talk about the other thing with Mayville is serving. And serving errors has been a problem for them. They only have 12 aces coming from Vanderschaft, Mansueto, and Bosco. That's the leaders. And you say only, but it's not a ton comparatively to some other teams. But service errors have killed them.
Yeah, and they got to be good tonight because conversely, and we're going to talk about this with WLA, WLA has 3 different players inside the top 5 in the entire Flyway. in-service aces. So they're a good serving team, or have been so far this season. So that could be another key to the match tonight.
Mansueto leads this team in digs, so not only does she lead this team in kills, she leads it in digs as well. Then the libero, Vanderschaaf, and Mittelstadt to round it out. But, Jordan, we talk about the block from Mayville, but the way Coach Capps wants his team, he always says he wants his team to be suffocating defensively. He wants to suffocate the other team. And we saw it against Campbellsport. They did it in that first set very well. And there were spurts and spurts in set 2 and 3, but for WLA tonight, you got to find a way to get off of high hands, get through the block, something.
Yeah, the word that Coach Capps used in that post-game interview is fly, fly, fly. That's what they were talking about all night against Campbellsport, and they were flying around the court. And you're right, WLA. We said it in the first segment. I think WLA is going to have to get creative tonight, probably, to manufacture something offensively, because it's not going to come easily.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back with this talks about the WLA Vikings after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Home backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the Hometown Lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your Hometown Lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Maine, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee-owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere. Hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE. Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A sectional provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances. and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Gather the gang for a meet.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams. Going to talk about the WLA Vikings, and the Vikings had a relatively good week last week. They beat North Fond du Lac, and they played in the tournament that you had went to.
Yep.
That was, they were undefeated when you were there.
Yeah.
And then lost twice in the gold bracket after you left. So some would say you were bad luck leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm certainly not good luck being there, that's for sure. We've found that. I've done through a lot of research. I am not good luck, let me tell you that much. Yeah, I think the interesting thing about WLA's play on Saturday, they beat some good team. Rippon's a quality team. They're not a great team. They're a quality team, though. Southern Door is a really nice outfit. I thought Southern Door was an impressive team, a top half of flyway type of quality team, so that was a good win for WLA. Now, they did get swept by them later on in the match, but yeah, I was impressed with WLA. The one thing was all 3 of those probably should have been sweeps. All 3 of their wins probably should have been sweeps, and they just lost focus in the second set. They dropped a set to Amro, who currently looks to be the weakest team in the Flyway Conference, just based on comparative scores. So, WLA can't afford to have a set tonight where they aren't focused, because you're going to give up a big score to Mayville. You're going to give up all the momentum. So, but otherwise, yeah, it's been I think WLA would tell you it's been a really good start to the season under first-year coach Mariah Hackbarth. They've had 3 different coaches now in 4 years. Jamie Recker, who is the assistant coach now, he's back. He was the head coach a couple of years ago. And so I think, Coach Hackbarth kind of finding the rotations and trying to figure out the best rotations for the Vikings as the season comes on. I know they've tried some new servers the last week. I think they've made some improvements in that regard. So we'll see if it paid off for WLA against a quality opponent tonight.
Senior hitter Jenna Petrowitz leads this team with 2.1 kills, then Jill Pino with the 1.9, and Abby Walta with 1.4. Pino with a 230, 23 basically, a 230 percentage in hitting percentage, and 18.7 from Petrowitz, and a 5.6 from Abby Walta. But it starts in the middle with WLA. We talked about it earlier. You're going to see Pino and you're going to see Petrowitz, and that's where they're going.
Yeah, both of them right around 100 kills on the season. You mentioned their pretty solid hitting percentages. Both of them top 10 in hitting percentage. Pino is top 5 in hitting percentage. So, yeah, it's just you don't see many teams like Mayville, that just have that constant presence at the net. And so I think it's going to be key for Petrowitz and Pino to stay patient tonight. And, if they're into the block early, don't change what you do. You have over 100 kills on the season. You're a quality player. Just the match is going to have to come to you a little bit here coming up tonight.
Petrowitz leads this team in blocks with 27. There is a big drop-off there. She's up in the top of the conference in blocks with 27. But then it goes to Pino with 14 and Spiegelberg. That's what I got there. All right. Well, look at me. I didn't even ask you that one and got it right. But she's got 6. And then your libero, Haley Wolf, with 5.2 digs per set. And that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I was just told before the match, Wolf broke the program record in digs this past weekend, or on Tuesday, excuse me, against Berlin. So,
nice.
Which was a good 5-set win as well. Against Berlin, which is usually a quality team. I think that's, Wolf has been all over the place. Last weekend, she had 99 digs in 5 matches. That's pretty ridiculous. Obviously, she's a libero, so she's not doing quite all around what Mansueto is, but she is. If she's not on, WLA really struggles to pass the ball. So she's going to have a good night tonight to give WLA a chance. And then, we haven't really talked about the setters, but between Middlestat and Hardesty, and then WLA has 2 top 5 setters in the conference in terms of assists as well, with Abby Walta and Sam Unger. So I think we're going to see 4 of the best setters, I think, tonight in the conference. And Laconia's 2 are very good as well, but I think, statistically, these are 4 of the best. So,
and I look at here, we got a tale of 2 different serving teams, too.
Yeah.
Haley Wolf with 36 aces, Walta with 33, Petrowitz with 25. You got 0.7 ace per sets, 0.7 ace per sets, and then a half an ace per set. I mean, to me, that tells me it's a different style of serving. Mayville, they're just hoping to get it in. And WLA consistently looks like they're looking for aces.
Yeah, and, look, I mean, some of this is
a little
opponent,
skewed,
but I watched WLA. I mean, with the exception of when they lost concentration against Amaro, they had several, I would say probably 5 or 6 errors in that. I wasn't keeping stats, but I would say 5 or 6 errors in that set. Other than that, this is a team that is hunting at the service line. And you're right, that is a difference. But we also said that about Campbellsport. Campbellsport is also a team that has the firepower that hunts at the service line. And so WLA, first and foremost, you got to get set serves in. After that, you start to get into a rhythm. Yeah, then go see if you can rattle off a couple of points here against Mayville and turn the tide a little bit.
And, I mean, for Mayville, for WLA serving-wise, most receptions on this team is Lillian Mansueto. And I don't know if you want her making the first pass, because it's probably going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's where do you go? You're going to have to try out Vanderschaaf, who's also a good passer. You're going to have to try out Schelfeffer when she's back there. But like I said, first and foremost for WLA, you got to get it in. After that, then maybe you can try to figure out how you can get a few aces. I will say this. Addie Supernan, who we're going to see a lot of tonight, she started to play all the way around for WLA. And she is someone who just started serving last week. So this is kind of that, we talked about what a good week it's been for WLA. I think some of that can be attested to Addie Supernan from the service line, number 4. We'll see her a lot tonight, and we'll see if she can continue the hot streak she's had from the service line.
We're about 2:15 left on the warm-up clock. We will step aside. We'll run some ads. We'll come back after the national anthem with starting lineups after this out of Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
At Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Skyline Home Improvements LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference of years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackInActionRehab.com.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream. He's going to have some starting lineups for you. We're going to start with the Mayville Cardinals. You'll have number 2, Megan Wendorf. Number 6, Brielle Ehlers, the outstanding freshman for Mayville so far this season. The freshman center for Mayville, number 8, Neva Middlestat. Lillian Mansueto, the junior, and you say this on this team, we never really mentioned this from Mayville. We seem to mention it a lot. You get Leah Voskel to come through now. They're so young. They're still, and all three of the quote-unquote top teams in the conference, as we say, is Campbellsport, Laconia, they're all juniors.
Yeah, and again, we haven't really talked about this a ton either, but like Mayville's leaders, right, that you'd normally say senior leaders, they're juniors. Voskel and Mansueto, they're captains, along with Vanderschaft. So you got 3 juniors that are their captains, and it's almost hard to believe with how poised that they looked against Campbellsport last week that they are so young.
Start with the WLA Vikings now that they announced. Number 17, Bella Dowland. Yeah, all right. Then they said number 14, Joe Pino. So they said Pino, and we say Pino. It's a rotation. I said
we'll say something different every time.
Yep, and maybe every serve we'll just change it up. Number 13, Jenna Petrowitz. Number 7, Sam Unger. Number 11, Abby Walton. I think they're going in the order of the position they're going to play to start here in the rotation.
I think so.
And number 4, Addison Supernand. And the libero, Mount Calvary. We're out in Mount Calvary. Number 6, Haley Wolf. They're going into the Holy
Land.
I
guess they must have went reverse order of numerical. So I don't know what. All good.
Oh, referees for the nice name. Sometimes I feel I should write that down. So you always got a shot.
Yeah, they probably don't want it.
maybe they don't.
Probably
maybe
don't
they
want
don't.
their names. Yeah.
But once again, we'll have some fantastic flyweight conference volleyball, and Jordan, we had talked about all the sports in the flyway and how good some of these sports are. But volleyball consistently pumps out great teams every year.
Yeah, there's always a team that's playing in a sectional semifinal or a sectional final. And really, you look since COVID, and look, I know this predates COVID because Springs and WLA, just prior to COVID, kind of 2016 to 2020 era, and Laconia always has a good team, but Springs had some really good teams, a couple teams that went to state. WLA has had some really good teams as well. So really, you're talking about the last decade. The Flyways had someone in the sectional final more often than not, and had a couple of teams that have gone to state as well. So you said it. We say it with softball all the time. We say it with girls basketball, obviously, with Springs, WLA, and Laconia. But you throw volleyball right in there as well. And especially with as good as Mayville and Campbellsport have been, I'd put it up with just about anyone, certainly in the area, and perhaps even further than that.
Middlestat will serve to start. It's deep, and we start with a service error. Probably not the way you want to start if you're a Cards fan.
Yeah, there you go. We didn't really label them as the keys to the match, but that was one of them, was kind of the difference that these two teams served the ball.
Looking to get Mansueto on a tip, could dig by the libero from the Vikings. Rob over Vanderschaft in the back row. Middlestat sets to Mansueto off the top of the net. Got a piece of it. Was Petrowitz. It's going to fall to the floor. Well, it'll be a kill there, but to me that looked like it hit the tape.
Yeah, it did. And but hey, we spend all that time talking about Mayville's block, and the first block of the night comes from WLA.
Middlestat back set to Mansueto and a deep swing. It's 3-0 Vikings.
I was just going to say that's a better swing and just a little bit deep for Mansueto, and a good start for WLA. This is just what the doctor ordered for them.
It's again the libero back to serve. Cross-court set goes to Bader with the swing inside the line. It's 3-1 and a much-needed side out from the Cards.
Yeah, Bader is I think oft forgotten on this team. She's just solid. On a team that has Leah Voskel, who can go off for 12 and 6 on a night, or Lillian Mansueto, who can have 27 digs against Campbellsport. Sometimes we forget about Bader, and there's a miscommunication from the Vikings.
Unger kind of stopped going to that one, and most of the time you want your setter to get that second hit. It's 3-2. Mansueto to serve again, dug out of the back row. Unger will get to this one. They'll drive it over on a free ball. At the net, Big swing from Bosco off the arms. Kept alive by the Vikings. It's got to come over. It does. Bosco gets it. Back set. Bader off the hands and down. It's tied at 3. Big swing from Amelia Bader. And she's kind of opening it up today.
Yeah, 2 for her so far. And good job by WLA there to keep that alive. Not many are going to get to that ball from Bosco.
Once again, dug out of the back row by Wolf. Tip shot into the back row. Mansueto was there. Middlestat goes cross corner. Runner from Bader, no good. Tip shot. Middlestat is there again. Vanderschaff will knock it up. Going to go back to Schelpfeffer off the hands. Wolf digs it up. Unger sets. Driving it over into the back row to Mansueto. Middlestat will get it up to Schelpfeffer. Wolf to Unger. Into the middle. Big swing from Petrowitz, and it's out on the far side.
Yeah, tipped off the tape there, not off the block. And I think that's a good sign for WLA, though, because I think that's Petrowitz kind of swinging at those high hands. And she's probably going to need to do that a lot tonight.
Walta will get it over outside the antenna. Hit the antenna. It's 5-3. Well, look at that. We got a YouTube chatter to start here. Lori Hilmer saying, hi, Neva Middlestat from Florida.
There you go.
Always love when aunts and uncles are watching from down in Florida. And they're going to be an ace for Mansueto. You don't see a ton of those from Mayville. Goes off the arms and out of bounds. It's 6-3.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I think that's number 14 on the year for Mansueto. WLA's got 3 above 25.
Mansueto to serve again. Wolf digs it out of the back row. Unger sets in the middle. Petrowitz has to readjust. She gets to it. Vanderschaff, 10-foot line tip from Mansueto. Gets it to go. Wolf couldn't get to it. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. He thought maybe Petrowitz could get to that one. It's 7-3.
7-0 run for the Cardinals after WLA started it off 3-0. And the passing's been good from Wolf. They just have not gotten into rhythm. And there you go. Abby Walta drills one straight down the throat of the Mayville defense, and that was a much-needed side out for the Vikings.
A big swing from Walta.
Walta, we're going to see her set half the time, too, and pretty nice when your setter can do that when she's in the front row.
Vanderschaff digs it out of the back row, cross court. Schelpfeffer off the block. She keeps it alive. Vanderschaff can't get to it. It's a block kill for Spiegelberg.
Yeah, no mistake who that was on the block.
She was pretty excited about that one.
Stoked about that. A couple of quick points for WLA, and this is what they need to do. They got to stay in touching distance here early with Mayville. See if you can't get this thing to 18, 19 points being right in it.
Bader with a drive tip shot. Unger goes on 2 and gets it to go.
That was really smart from Unger. And there's some of the creativity that I was talking about pregame. WLA is going to have to do that.
And Mayville's going to take a timeout. They want to talk it over. 7-6 here at WLA. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. WLA retains serve. Supernan gets it over, dug out of the back row by Vanderschaff. Bader, Bosco with a high tip. Unger sets it back, can't keep it alive. It's going to be over in 4. Tough one for Walta to get to. Just kind of went right across the net. It's 8-6, and the timeout works. Mayville gets it side out.
Those are the points for WLA that they have to clean up. That's the difference between being a potential conference champion. You got a free tip that comes across, and you're not able to get it back across at all. I mean, that's one that they got to have.
Big swing at the net from Ehlers. She knocks down an overpass, and she went over top of the net. That's what they're going to call. She goes over top, and Caps does not like it, but it's 8-7.
Yeah, and very rarely do you see Coach Caps that animated towards an official, and he's going to be shown a yellow card. And that was a quick trigger on the yellow card. I will say that. I mean, all he did was point his finger and shake his finger.
Yeah.
Maybe that's enough for some officials. Obviously, for this one, it was.
Walta goes back to serve for the Vikings. Mansueto to receive it. That one hit on the net, overpass. Blocked at the net by Ehlers on the swing from Petrowitz. It's 9-7.
Yeah, and there was, in all honesty, there wasn't a ton different with that one than the point before. But a good job by Ehlers to get up there, back-to-back blocks. That one adjudged to have been legal, and 9-7 lead for the Cards.
And ripped into the net by Hardesty. 9-8. Second service error for the Cards in this set so far. Middlestad and Hardesty, the two younger players on this team. Mansueto out of the back row, cross court. Weniger off the block. It's going to fall to the floor. It's a block kill for Pino.
Yeah, that's a good job by WLA so far. And Petrowitz back to the line.
That one deep, just deep, not by much.
It looked like it was going to be worse than it was. It kind of died there at the end, and it took a peek at staying in, but went deep.
Shelfeffer goes back to serve for the Cards. Wolf is there, tipped on over by Walta. Miscommunication as Ehlers kind of slipped. Hardesty couldn't get her the ball. We're tied at 10 again. Side out we go, Jordan.
Yeah, and that's very similar to WLA's. You got to find a way to get that across. I mean, a free ball, essentially. You got to find a way to get that across. And by the way, I will say this. I've called a fair few volleyball games in this gym. There is no place that is more difficult on a line judge than WLA with the blue paint on the blue paint.
Tip shot from Mansueto. A couple Vikings collide. They'll have to get it over in 3. It's a free ball. Andershoff, a little bit too high of a set. Ehlers gets it on a great set from Weniger. Ehlers knocks it down. Good play by Pino to keep it alive. They knock it over and it's free. Hardesty set. Mansueto readjusts. Outside line and gets it. It's 11-10. Good swing from Mansueto to go cross court.
Yeah, that looked dead in the water. That looked like there was no chance. And we've said that before. Lillian Mansueto proves us wrong, and there yet again.
Andershoff serve. Wolf just got to it. She'll knock it over. Another free ball for the Cards. Weniger to Hardesty. Tip shot from Bosco. Go in the middle of the Pino with the swing off the arms of Bosco on the block. Hardesty will get to it. Andershoff is there, goes behind to Mansueto, gets a tip. It's blocked and knocked down by Pino again. Another block kill for Jill Pino.
Yeah, and we've seen WLA's been more dominant at the net tonight. I mean, let's call it what it is, and that is not something that I had on my bingo card. And so, you know, it's something that Mayville is going to have to get corrected because normally that's their calling card.
The dig by Mansueto. She'll get it back at the 10-foot line, knock it on over. Overpass. Mansueto will swing and hit the back line. It's 12-11.
Yeah, and that's another point where Mayville here could really improve. They've been pretty good so far, but that's a situation. WLA's had too many overpasses. Mayville's got to start punishing them for doing that.
Middlestat to serve for the Cards. Back set from Unger. That went off the high hands, kept alive in the back row by Middlestat. They go to Bader. Bader off the hands. Wolf keeps it alive. Hug out in the back row. Great effort from the Vikings to keep it alive. Middlestat set in the middle. Bosco with the swing and the kill. It's 13-11.
Yep, and there you go. 2 points in a row where Mayville has punished WLA's overpass. They got to continue doing that.
Middlestat goes to serve again. Unger sets in the middle. Pino with the swing inside the line. 3 kills now for Jill Pino. It's 13-12.
We said it pregame as I boot the camera across the mezzanine here.
It's a battle of the middles.
It's a battle of the middles. And so far, Pino, a couple of blocks, a couple of kills. She has played extremely well.
Middlestat with a back set. Vandershoff at the 10-foot line gets it over. Unger, back set. Petrowitz knocks it up. And Wendorf kept it alive, went off the hands of Middlestat. We're tied at 13 again. Once again, just back and forth, back and forth. Nobody can seem to get a run going, Jordan.
Yeah, this is how WLA needed this first set to go. They had to start well against I think most people in the conference, I don't know. I guess I'd have to poll them. I would guess that maybe they would have picked Mayville in this one. And so WLA is a good start to this match for them.
Wolf gets it out of the back row. Unger to set. Off the high hands and deep. Bader, tip shot, knocked down at the net. Kept alive, but it's going to fall. It'll be a block kill for Walta.
Yeah, and she's usually not part of that, but an excellent job there. Good footwork, good position, and she's a tremendous athlete. She grew a little bit over the summer for the Vikings, and now is an offensive threat.
Middlestadt just couldn't get to that one. It's 15-13, and the Vikings, they really hadn't been able to scrounge a lead. They kind of just side out right back to Mayville, let them get a couple points. Now they lead by 2.
Yeah, they've just been treading water since that big Mayville run to start this set, and now they're, as you mentioned, finally getting a grasp on it.
Petrowitz with the tip shot blocked at the net by Voskel. Middlestadt sets. Voskel with a high tip. Petrowitz got to it. Unger sets to the net. Walta tips it on over. Mansueto was there. Middlestadt back to Mansueto with the swing. Off the block. And a double hit. Petrowitz again.
Yeah, so there's your middles. Pinot, Petrowitz. They've both got multiple blocks here in this first set.
First kill for Jenna Petrowitz. 16-13 lead for the Vikings. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Stream.
One of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Middlestadt sets. Voskel's big swing ends the run. It's 16-14.
Yeah, and that makes coaching pretty easy. And not to take anything away from Coach Capps, by the way. I think he would say the same thing. If I'm Coach Capps in that timeout, that's what I'm saying. One good pass, let's get someone rolling here, and they chose Leah Voskel, and she hammered it.
Overpass. Vikes trying to make advantage of it. Supernan with the swing. Mansueto gets the dig. They'll knock it over a free ball. Out of the back row, Unger sets. Goes cross court. Walta, out by Vandershoff. Set in the middle. Voskel, little tip shot gets it to go. Back-to-back kills for Leah Voskel, 16-15.
Yeah, sending a single block to Leah Voskel is probably not the preferred method of defense.
16-15. Out of the back row by Supernan. She'll get it back from Unger. Readjusts, drives it over. Middlestadt with the set. Vandershoff at the 10-foot line. Wolf is there, knocks it over in 2. Voskel swings and knocks it over in 2 again. Kept alive by the Vikings. Wolf will get it over. Middlestadt, back set, Bader, swing. Dug out by Unger. Wolf. Walta will tip, Shelfeffer is there. She'll get it back from Middlestadt. Off the high hands, kept alive by Wolf. Unger sets in the middle. Petrowitz drives it into the back row for Mansueto. Set in the middle. Voskel with a high tip. Kept alive. Go back to Walta on the near side and rips it into the net. And just like that, it's 16-16.
Yeah, that point just didn't have both teams struggling to get into a system, and too many tips, free balls, and neither team taking advantage until Mayville finally able to get that kill. Or error, excuse me, on Walta.
Shelfeffer knocked down at the net by Petrovitz with a block kill. Petrowitz, another block kill.
Yeah, like I said, I was talking to assistant coach assistant coach Recker before the match, and I just said, man, I like WLA. I think they got a good team this year. I just think this is a bad matchup with the middles, but WLA's middles have been better at the net so far tonight.
And just like that, an ace.
Yeah, and we were talking pregame about Supernan starting to serve just last week. About a third of the way into the season, she finally starts to get to serve, and she went on a little run earlier, and now an ace.
Malta kept that one alive. Unger's got to get it over into the back row. Mansueto set in the middle. High tip from Bosco. Kept alive by the Vikings. Wolf will push it over. Bosco, Middlestat, sets. Bader into the back row. Supernan to Unger. Unger in the middle. Petrowitz with a big swing. Vandershoff is there. Middlestat gets it up. She goes underneath the net. Even into the net, whatever you want to call. It's 18-16 Vikings. Actually, 19-16.
Yeah, last week we talked about it with Mayville. Fly, fly, fly. That is WLA right now. They are flying around the court defensively.
Kept alive. Shelfeffer tips it over, and that one's knocked out of bounds by Wolf. 19-17.
Even there, that's a microcosm of it right there, right? Because you had that looked impossible for WLA to get that across the net, and somehow, it's out of bounds, but somehow they found a way to ping-pong that thing across the net.
Unger sets middle. Petrowitz off the block of Vader. Cross court they go. Shelfeffer with a big swing. Off the hands of Wolf. 19-18. First kill of the day for Allison Shelfeffer.
Yeah, that's you got to get that next person. Who's that next person? That's going to be Bader at the start of the set was good. Shelfeffer gets a kill there.
19-18. That went off the hands of Supernan, kept alive. Unger will have to get it over. She does. Mansueto, Middlestat, Bader, big swing. We're tied at 19. Third kill of this set for Amelia Bader.
That's the second time we've gone 3 straight points WLA, 3 straight for Mayville, 3 straight WLA, 3 straight Mayville, and tied at 19.
Petrowitz has to readjust, blocked in the middle. They go cross court, and Shelfeffer's not going to get to it. An errant set from Middlestat. It's 20-19.
But it started the set. This is kind of if I'm WLA, just give yourselves a chance at 19. I said 18-18, but 19-19, 20-19. This is the part of the set you at least want to be competitive in. WLA got there first.
Ehlers rips it into the net. It's 21-19. Walta will go back to serve. 21-19 lead for the Vikings in set one. Shelfeffer digs, Middlestat set. Ehlers, that one deep, 22-19. Just missed that one, did Brielle Ehlers.
So the fourth time WLA is led by 3 in this first set. We'll see if they can hang on to it or if Mayville responds yet again.
Shelfeffer, Mansueto dug it out of the back row, and they're arguing here. It's going to go to Mayville. I think we had a girl in the net.
Yeah, we're going to get a different call here. Mayville was into the net, but WLA was over the top of the net. So we're going to see which was first.
And I think this down official is going to call that Petrowitz was over top of the net.
She was. She was over. It just depends. Yeah, it just depends which one. Yep.
And that is the call. It is 22-20 now.
It's impossible for us.
I guess we could have looked at the replay, but I'm a little late on that now.
Doing too many things up here, but it's impossible for us to tell. But with live naked eye, I thought Petrowitz was over first. So I think that's probably the right call. And if one has more conviction, you got to go with that call.
Set in the middle. Petrowitz, big swing, finds the back line. 23-20 Vikings.
Yeah, not any drama with that one.
And that one just died. It looked like it might have had a chance to go long, and it just had the top spin and fell out of the air on that big swing from Jenna Petrowitz.
Well, halfway through the season a year ago is when Petrowitz really started to turn a corner, and now she is clearly the go-to for WLA.
Pancake dig from Walta. Through the block from Pino. It's 24-20, and we'll have a set point.
That was great. effort from WLA. I'm not sure if that was Walta in the back row that
Abby Walta in the back row.
Pancake that thing up. That is impressive.
Petrowitz to serve, 24-20. Mansueto was there. Hardesty goes to Weniger. Weniger rips it into the net, and the Vikings win set 1, 25-20. Jordan.
Well, you saw what it just meant to WLA there. A couple of their girls sprinted right over to their bench because they understand that if they want to be a contender in the Flyweight Conference, well, here's test number 1. And if you can pass this test, you can beat anyone in the conference. I think we both would say that Mayville's going to contend, along with Laconia, along with Campbellsport. If WLA can prove that they can beat Mayville, I would say that they believe in their minds they can beat just about anyone. So, long way to go. But that's a good first set for the Vikings.
We'll step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back with some stats and the start of set 2. Vikings win set 1, 25-20. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Don't wait. Reach out today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
We are Hostess Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
All-Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. I'm going to take you through some unofficial official stats, as Jordan likes to call them. A pair of blocks from Pino and a pair of blocks from Petrowitz. 4 kills and 3 kills for them respectively. Also 3 kills from Abby Walta and an ace from Supernand for that WLA Vikings team in set 1. And an ace from Mansueto. She had 3 kills. 4 kills from Leah Voskel, 3 from Bader, and 1 from Shelpepper. A block from Voskel, block from Ehlers, and a kill from her as well. 25-20 goes set 1, Jordan, and for the Vikings, everything went your way. You wanted to be tight in it. You wanted to make sure. I mean, obviously, you want to run away with the set.
Yeah.
They did it right. They kept it close the entire time, even when Mayville went on the run.
Yeah, I was impressed. You know, WLA started 3-0, and then it was either 7-3 or 8-3. WLA found themselves in that early hole. And my question was, what was the response going to be? They did a nice job to not only get back in it, but battle all the way through that set. And then I was impressed with how they closed, because that was the one thing they did struggle a little bit in the Ripon tournament that I was at this weekend. Struggled to close out some of those sets. So that was good to see from a WLA perspective. Now, what's the bounce back here for Mayville?
And as we mentioned, like kind of, we do need to mention overall, congratulations to
Haley Wolf.
Haley Wolf, yeah, they just did a little ceremony for her while we were in ad break for breaking the Diggs record at WLA. And we're kind of going to continue to go up. She's got pretty much a half a season to go to get it up even more.
Yeah, and she's someone who, came about halfway through her sophomore year. So this is not like a 4-year player for WLA. She's just had a couple of monster seasons here.
Big swing for Petrowitz. It's 1-0. A block and a kill in that start of this set from Petrowitz.
Yeah, she's playing with some swagger now, and when she gets it going, she's pretty much unstoppable, as Mayville is finding out right now.
Mansueto out of the back row. Middlestat will get to it. Bader from the 10-foot line drives it back to Wolf. Unger sets. Abby Walto with the swing. Mansueto is there. Kept alive by Vanderschaft to Mansueto off the top of the net. Got out of the back row by Unger. Readjusting, hitting it deep was Walta. It's 1-1.
Now, easier said than done, but Mayville's got to put a little more pressure on the middle, because that was, I won't say single-handedly because it's never just one thing. That was a big portion of why they lost that first set.
Overpass hammered down by Bosco. It's 2-1.
That was right on the money from WLA setter Sam Unger, right on the money to Leah Bosco.
Good assist.
Not quite what she was looking for there.
Mansueto off the tape. Good dig to keep it alive by Supernan. Petrowitz dug out of the back row. Mansueto, Bosco with a tip. Off the arms of Walta and out of bounds. 3-1. And this is what you need. We talked about you got to go to the middle. Now you're feeding Bosco, and he's already got 6 kills today. Just keep giving it to her.
Yeah, she was undoubtedly the player of the match. I mean, you throw Mansueto in there with her 27 digs against Campbellsport as well. But 7 blocks and 12 kills against Campbellsport for Leah Voskell. I mean, she was on fire, and you said it, got to get her going.
Unger tried a quick set to get it over in 2. It's 4-1.
You know, the other interesting thing there in that first set, during that 7-0 or 8-0 run for Mayville, Coach Hackbarth did not use a timeout for WLA. They just kind of worked through it. Be interesting to see how long she waits here, as WLA has been sluggish to start this second set.
Petrowitz got a little bit underneath that one, hits it a little high. It's 5-1 now. Wolf out of the back row to Unger. Back set, Supernand off the block. Kept alive by the Vikings. They go cross court to Walta. Vanderschaft, the middle stat, in the middle. Joust at the net, knocked down by Petrowitz. And they're saying she was right on the line, and Caps doesn't believe it.
Yeah, he is hot. I would say actually his reaction to that one was worse than the first. Yeah, just a good battle at the net. And I don't think Coach Caps would have asked for that had it not been called earlier against Mayville.
Yep.
Because you see that so often. It's just a battle at the net. Let the kids play. And I guess I wish that would have been the call in the first set as well.
5-2. Supernan goes back to serve for the Vikings. Mansueto out of the back row, gets it to Shelpfeffer. Drives it up to Bader. Wolf to Unger. He's back set. High swing from the lefty off the hands of Mansueto and falls to the floor. It's a kill for Spiegelberg. Kill in each set to start for Spiegelberg.
Yeah, hasn't had a ton to her, but you know, if Mayville starts taking away the middle, WLA is going to have to find someone else, and maybe that's in part Spiegelberg.
5-3 lead for the Cards. That one kept alive, just got to get pushed over. Unger sets, Walta readjusts and knocks it over on the bump, a free ball. Middlestead in the middle, Bosco with the big swing. And they get her going again, it's 6-3.
Yeah, it's just what's not to love there. It's just, we've said it with Petrowitz, but when Voskell gets it that deep, forget about it.
6-3, that one into the net. Cards have had 3 service errors today now. 2 in the first and 1 in the second set now.
It hasn't been bad.
Nope.
It's just that WLA is not going to give any to you, at least if the first set's any indication.
Walta will serve, and curse of the commentator, it's 7-4.
I had that point coming to Mayville. There you go. You're welcome.
Nobody said it but us. We do it all the time. Jeff doesn't believe in it. It's a real thing. Hardesty goes back to serve for the Cards. Bader comes out. 7-4 lead. Wolf digs it. Back set to Spiegelberg off the block. Weniger keeps it alive. Vanderschaft will have to get to it. She does. Knocked over, free ball for the Vikings. Supernan. Walta goes to Petrowitz in the middle. Off the block and out of bounds. Big swing from Jenna Petrowitz again.
Yep. And Coach Caps right into the ear of Ehlers there. Couple of tips there, trying to make sure his freshman bounces back in the right way.
7-5. Pino checks back in for the Vikings. Petrowitz serves, Vanderschaaf. Hardesty set in the middle. Tip, Ehlers. Spiegelberg keeps it alive. They push into the back row. Just missed that line. Good attempt from Walta. It's 8-5.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. A little loose.
We saw it happen a couple times against Mayville in the Springs match.
Yeah. Or that was Laconia.
Laconia.
Springs. Yeah.
But it's a smart play. It's there. And a big swing from Pino off the arms of Shelpfepper in the back row.
The one thing is, if you're going to push it over, it's got to be in play.
Walta sets to Pino, and she went into the net. Right call. It's 9-5.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little loose here for WLA. So if I'm Mayville, you got to take advantage of the sloppiness that WLA started this second set with, and you got to try to see if you can't put this thing to bed early in this second set.
Walta sets in the middle to Pino off the block into the floor. First kill of this set for Jill Pino, her 5th of the day. It's 9-6. WLA just hangs around.
Yeah, they've just been like that mosquito that just right by your ear and
doesn't go away.
Yeah, and that's what they were in the first set too. Mayville had numerous leads, and WLA just hung around.
Hardesty knocks it up. Vanderschaaf will knock it over. Dowland out of the back row. They go to Supernan at the 10-foot line. Drives it over to Vanderschaaf. Hardesty in the middle. Ehlers. Good dig by Walta. Wolf gets it up. Drove deep into the back row. Kaya Harris has checked in for Mayville. She gets to that one. Mansueto swings off the arms. Kept alive.
Oh, how did that go over?
Unbelievable job by Pino and Dowland to keep it alive. Supernan tips. Kept alive by Weniger. Vanderschaaf knocks it over, free ball for the Vikings. Walta sets, middle, Pino, and you thought the Vikings needed that point after the defensive effort, and they get it. It's 9-7. Another kill for Jill Pino.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think Coach Capps thought it hit the floor. I thought it hit the floor. Everyone here thought it hit the floor. And Coach Capps is beside himself.
9-7.
Either that was one of the best defensive plays you'll ever see, or it hit the floor. And all we have to say is the call was it's one of the best defensive plays you'll ever see.
Yep. 9-8 now.
But that is a massive, massive momentum swing in the direction of WLA.
Dowland still serving for the Vikings. That went into the net. Service error, it's 10-8.
And 2 of those this set for WLA, and I think I'm right there. And that's something they didn't have in that first set.
Vanderschaaf goes back to serve. 10-8 lead for the Cardinals. That went out. Good decision by Madeline Schwefel.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Vikings fans getting back into it. 10-9 here. Unger will come back in to serve. Back and forth we go once again. 10-9 here in set 2. Off the arms of Mansueto. They got to keep it alive. Harris gets to it. Mansueto drives it out. It's deep. It's 10-10, and we're tied. Once you thought for a little bit in this set, the Cardinals had a chance to run away with it. The Vikings claw their way back again.
Yeah, I mean, not immediate, so it's not the curse of the commentator, but right after I said that, WLA has turned things on.
Hardesty in the middle. Bosco with the swing. Kept alive. Not much Unger and or Wolf could do with that swing from Leah Voskuhl. That is her 8th kill of the day, 4th of this set already.
I was just going to say, she's got to be nearing double figures. She is
4-4 so far today from Leah Voskuhl.
She has been tremendous.
Not to be outdone by Jenna Petrovitz, who's got 6 and 6 from Pino as well.
Yeah. Great battle in the middle.
Supernan gets it over. Kaya Harris gets it up to the 10-foot line. Free ball coming for the Vikings. Unger in the middle. Pino off the arms of Harris. Voskuhl tips it over. Wolf is there. They go cross court. Walta, big swing, but rips it into the tape. 12-10 lead for the Cards.
Yeah, it's just Voskuhl again, just the presence there. She continues to be very good.
Middlestat serves. Unger to Pino in the middle off the block. Harris with a good dig. They go cross court. Mansueto off the tape. Walta keeps it alive. They'll go back to Walta from Unger off the block and down the floor. It's 12-11.
You know, I'll just say my mindset, I'm not speaking for everyone here, but coming into this match, you knew WLA had two really good middles. The question was, has WLA faced the same level of competition as, say, a Mayville, a Campbell Sport, a Laconia, who's played a ton of ranked teams? There's an ace once again for Haley Wolf. And just once again, WLA comes right back and ties it up.
12-12.
But this performance against this Mayville block has been, it's been really an eye-opener for me as to just how good these middles are for WLA. And as I say that, there's the other middle.
9 for Voskuhl now. Yeah, 5th of this set. It's 13-12, and they just got to keep beating her.
When Middlestad, if she gets a good pass at this point, you got to put it right on the money.
Everybody in the student section excited because they're getting a fan.
It is warm in here.
Petrowitz off the block and on the floor of the Mayville side, 13-13. Another kill for Jenna Petrowitz, her 4th of this set, 7th on the day.
So 9 for Voskuhl, 7 for Petrowitz. These two just going at it in the middle.
And 6 for Pino.
Yeah. And by the way, Ehlers is still going to have something to say in this match. Mark my words.
Shelfeffer got to get it over. Free ball for the Vikings. Unger, overpass. Nobody there. Just Shelfeffer didn't even have to touch it. It hit the tape and fell. It's 14-13.
Yeah, loose one that time from Supernan.
Voskuhl will go back to serve. Speak of Brielle Ehlers, she is checked back in. Supernan digs it out of the back row. Wolf is there, gets it up to Unger. Free ball coming over for the Cards. Middlestad, middle. Ehlers, big swing, finds the line. It's 15-13.
Like I said, Brielle Ehlers is going to have a say in this one. She's too talented to keep quiet for 3 sets or more.
Voskuhl serves, 15-13 lead for the Cards. Unger sets, Petrowitz off the block. Bader with a block kill. It's 16-13.
Yeah, and if all you look at it, you just go on the stats, and all you look at is kills, you won't find hardly anything about Amelia Bader, but her presence at the net cannot go unnoticed for this team.
Knock it over into Vikings with the back set. Spiegelberg dug out by Middlestad. Mansueto tips, Wolf is there. Unger set in the middle. Petrowitz goes high with it into the net when a Cardinal. It's 16-14.
Another 3. It was right around this point in the first set where Mayville had built that 3-point lead. WLA came back and
Schwefel checks back in. Serving was Walta. She goes deep. Third service error from the Vikings here. Second from Walta in this set. It's 17-14 now.
Again, we did not see that in that first set, and right now it's the difference.
Hardesty to serve for the Cardinals in set 2. Set in the middle. Petrowitz goes over the block. Hardesty digs. Vanderschaaf will go to the net. A runner from Shelfeffer. Wolf. Spiegelberg readjusts and hits it deep. 18-14. It's not a fantastic set for Spiegelberg on that one. Had to readjust her body. It's 18-14 now. Hardesty serving.
And everything's just been a little looser from WLA, just not quite as crisp as set number 1.
That one hit into the block of Bader and Weniger, 19-14. And we talked about the Vikings had kind of let it go for a little while before. They'll use their timeout here. Cards lead set 2, 19-14. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Stream.
Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream. Set in the middle. Petrowitz through the block. 19-15. The timeout leads to a much-needed side out.
Yeah, just didn't quite push enough there for Ehlers. Didn't press the hands quite enough, and that's why it ended up on the Mayville side.
Now 5 kills in this set for Jenna Petrowitz as well. As Moskal, Hardesty, set, middle. Ehlers, tip shot. Off the hands, kept alive. It falls out of bounds. Pino just got a piece of it, and then Spiegelberg knocks it out of bounds. It's 20-15. Schelpfeffer will serve for the Cardinals. Trying to win set 2 and even this one up at 1-1 apiece. Spiegelberg readjusts, knocks it over off the block of Ehlers again. Hardesty set, Ehlers tip. Pino there with the block. Block kill for Jill Pino. Continues her great day. It's her 3rd kill of this set. 7th on the day from Jill Pino. Kai Harris will check back in for Schelpfeffer, and Dowland, who went on that big run earlier in this set, will go back to serve.
She's got to do it again. She's also had an error tonight, so.
Hardesty gets to it. Runner tip from Mansueto. Dowland gets to that one. Knocked over, free ball for the Cards. Vanderschaft, Hardesty in the middle. Ehlers with the big swing. That one's off the net. It's not a block. That's 4, 20-17.
If Mayville won that point, I was just going to say it could not be. That was such a good play from Mansueto to almost, it looks like a throw, but it's just a push shot. And that put WLA under all sorts of pressure they weren't expecting.
Dowland will serve once again for the Vikings. 20-17 lead for the Cardinals in set 2. Harris takes it out of the back row. Set in the middle. Ehlers tip shot. Knocked down by Pino. They keep it alive. It falls again. Another block kill for Jill Pino.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if Coach Caps was motioning for Ehlers to come over or Hardesty. It was Hardesty.
They're trying to keep the set away from Jill Pino. Harris to Hardesty. Back set. Weniger with a high tip. Vikings get to it. Supernan tips it on over. Good dig from Hardesty to keep it alive. Wolf. Supernan readjusts off the block. And then it's going to fall to the floor off of Weniger. It's 20-19.
Here come the Vikings yet again. It's we sound like a broken record. But this is just every stretch has gone like this. It's been a run for one team, and then another team just responds. Coach Cap's very animated in that huddle.
Big timeout from Mayville. Once was 19-14 after a timeout. It's 2019. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber, True Value in downtown Elmira, where the tracks cross Maine, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee-owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Dowland still serving. That one deep. The way she ended her big run earlier in this set. Does it the same way with a service error, 21-19. That is the 4th service error of this set coming from the Vikings.
I know you never want to see one, but I think even Coach Weiss at Laconia would have been okay with that after rattling off 4 or 5 straight points.
Mansueto to Hardesty. Bosco in the middle. Tip shot. Kept alive. Punched over by Pino.
Oh, that's just great scrambling.
Weniger with the swing. It's off the high hands. Dug out of the back row by Dowland. They go to Supernan on the far side. Hardesty is there. Miscommunication, falls to the floor. Another kill for Supernan. It's 21-20.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. When your setter has to be the one to dig it up, it's usually the libero's ball. I think Coach Caps is maybe talking to Vanderschaft there. And as a captain, you know, I would say, like, you can be firm there and just say, hey, this is my ball.
Unger to serve.
She also had a long way to go, by the way. Sorry, so I'm not.
You're right.
I'm not throwing her under the bus.
Unger sets cross court. Walta off the block, and we're tied again at 21.
the Vikings just will not go away. A couple of times this set where I thought Mayville was going to start running away from it. It was like 9-5, and you said it, 19-14. 2 times I thought, well, Mayville has kind of put this thing away.
Another kill for Abby Walta, her second of this set. She's now got 5 on the day as well. Some high kill days for these guys. And what was for Mayville earlier in the set seemed like the girls were getting kills and kills. They're scoring on errors now.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point.
Kind of seemed to getting out of system a little bit too much. Unger, Harris, overpass, knocked down by Pino. 22-21, the Vikings lead after being down 5 or more in this set at a point.
And she's got to be getting up there in kills now. Both the WLA's middles got to be flirting her with that 7-8.
9.
Oh.
For both of, or 8 for Petrovic, 9 for Pino.
Incredible. 17 from your middles.
And how about an ace from Unger? 23-21.
And, they're subbing. I thought that was going to be Coach Capps taking his second time out, but he's going to let it ride here. Oh, there it is. He made the sub first, and can't take him with you and trade him for a Happy Meal. Might as well use him.
And we'll take it with him. 23-21, Vikings lead. Coming back here in set 2. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Vikings, big comeback here in set 2. Just like they did in set 1, it's 23-21 Vikings. Unger at the line once again. And here we go.
You know it's a big point when the student section starts barking.
And that one was deep. The 5th service error of this set from the Vikings.
Yeah, if they were cleaner, which they usually are, we talked about it a bunch already tonight. They're usually better than that. We'd be talking about a 2-set WLA lead right now.
Middlestat serves, 1-point set. Back set, Supernan goes deep. Wendorf is there. Middlestat sets to Mansueto. She tips it cross court. Unger goes back. Walta off the block. Bosco keeps it alive. Middlestat goes cross court to Mansueto. A deep tip off the arms of Dowland with a big dig. Wolf keeps it alive. They're not going to knock it over. We're tied at 23. Smart play by Mansueto.
Yeah, second time she's done that in the last couple of points. That time she's rewarded. And now we'll see. Mayville did an excellent job against Campbellsport closing out the last couple of points. See if they can do it here.
Pino in the middle, off the block. Battled around, falls to the floor. Bader with another block kill. 24-23, and we got set point.
WLA is going to use theirs, and rightfully so. Try to avoid this thing getting tied up. Just a couple of seconds ago, it looked like WLA was coasting its way to, but the ups and downs of all these sets so far, both of these sets so far, has been crazy.
It's been a good one so far from WLA. We'll step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping. Enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway. Call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346 Tire. Located in Lamira, Wisconsin.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream. Set point for the Cards. Neva Middlestat, the freshman, will go back to serve. Walta digs it out of the back row. They'll drive it over. Wolf rips it into the net. 25-23, Cards win set 2. We're tied at 1.
Yeah.
And what unbelievable.
That's one right there. You just got to get it across. You don't need the You don't need the overhand swing there. And we're tied up at 1 set apiece.
1 set apiece. Are they taking our fan?
Yeah, no way.
No way, Jose. I have to go yell at these kids. But we're going to step aside. We're tied 1-1 here. We'll have set 3 coming up after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live.
Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget. And we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A sectional provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verhang's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhagsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhags Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. What a set it was from both teams' middles. Petrowitz with 5 kills. 5 kills for Pino. She's got 9 today. Petrowitz has got 8. Both of them had a pair of blocks. Then you go to Voskel, had 5. No blocks in that set for Leah Voskel. Bader with 2 block kills in that set as well for Mayville. But we talked about it kind of in the middle of the set, Jordan, where we thought that Mayville was scoring their points off of WLA errors.
Yeah.
They really weren't scoring on setting things up in the beginning where they were when they were getting it to Voskel.
And then in the last couple of points, WLA made a couple errors again. But to your point, when to get it back to 23-23, Mayville made plays.
Yep.
And that was the key.
Middlestat will serve to start set 3, and we're underway. Wolf digs it out of the back row. Unger sets. Supernan drives it over. Vandershoff is there. Middlestat will go cross court. Mansueto with a tip shot. Cross court. Good one-arm dig. Supernan with a high tip. A runner keeps it alive. Goes down the line. It's 1-0. Eddie Supernan has come alive at the end of that set in the start of this set.
Yes, she has. By the way, as an aside, I'm going to have a tough time saying anything positive about the WLA football team after their football players just came and stole our fan here. And it's about a zillion degrees up here in the second level. So I got a bone to pick with the Viking football team right now.
So if you're any Vikings fans at home and your kids are on that football team,
you wait for the broadcast tomorrow.
You better send them a text and say, hey, bring my fan back up here. Swing here from Mansueto. It's 2-0. Middlestat sets. Back set for Mansueto. She'll tip. Good dig from Wolf. Kept alive. It would have been 4 if they touched it anyways. It's 2-1. But again, Mansueto finding holes in the defense with those tips or just those deep pushes have worked for her today.
Yeah, it's put WLA under a ton of pressure.
2-1 lead for the Vikings. Mansueto to serve. Wolf digs. Unger. The Petrowitz. Just finds that outside line. It's 3-1. Good swing from Jenna Petrowitz.
Yeah, great location. Good job to avoid the hands, as you mentioned.
Supernan will go back to serve, and you talked about her earlier, getting more attempts at that service line, and she's been good.
Yeah, didn't serve at all the first about third of the season, and there's an ace right on cue.
The reverse curse of the commentator.
Well, if we're going to get tabbed for the problems, then we better get credited for the good things that happen.
And that is 2 aces on the day for Super Dan. She had one earlier. Her second of the day. She will serve again. 4-1 lead for the Vikings in set 3. Mansueto digs it out of the back row. Shelf effort gets it up. Bader off the net. Falls to the floor. Just a bit outside that line. It's 5-1.
No touch from Petrowitz. She got up there early, but did not hit it. Curled down the line.
5-1 lead. Supernan still serves. Set in the middle. Bosco tries to end the run. It's out. 6-1.
Man, and it's 2 good swings right in a row that you just can't buy some real estate in bounds over there.
6-1. Supernan to serve once again. Vanderschaft keeps it alive. Shelfepper high off the hands. Wolf to Unger. Back set. They go to Spiegelberg. Mansueto can't get it cleanly. Falls to the floor. Spiegelberg with another kill at 7-1. She's got a kill in every set. Mayville's going to take a timeout. 7-1 lead in set 3 for the Vikings. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Supernan still serving. 7-1 lead for the Vikings in set 3. They've taken control early in this set. We're tied at 1. And here we go. Vanderschaft to Bader, and it's just into the back row. Mansueto's got to get it across. They do. Walta with the swing off the block, kept alive. Knocked over. Walta tries to knock it down. Bader, another block kill from Amelia Bader. It's 7-2.
Normally, that play from Walta is the correct one. Against Mayville, perhaps not, to try to win that battle at the net. You know, Spiegelberg, you mentioned, has a kill in every set. It's been just enough to throw Mayville's block, just to put that doubt in Mayville's head about where WLA is going to go with the set.
That one bounces off the antenna on an errant pass. 7-3. Bosco retains serve for the Cards. Alta digs it out of the back row. Unger set, goes to Spiegelberg, and that one's way deep. 7-4. It's a little bit out of system from the Vikings in the last 3 points.
This had to be the response out of that early timeout. If you're going to take 7-1, you better win a couple of points straight out of it, and Mayville has.
Overpass tipped down, out of bounds by Unger. She tried to get it over. Almost looked like an overpass at 7-5.
That was a heck of a job just to get anything on that. Very athletic play from Unger, but as you mentioned, not enough space.
7-5, Bosco serves. Unger is to Petrowitz. Mansueto in the back row. Middlestat to Shelfepper. Into the back row, dug out by Supernan. They'll drive it over on a free ball. And miscommunication between Middlestat and Bosco. It's 8-5.
You know, not to rehash the second set, but Wolf hit it into the net to end that second set. I mean, look what happens. That shouldn't be right. That shouldn't end up being a point. But you never know. You just got to give it an opportunity, especially when you're in match or a set point. Excuse me.
Walta to set. Petrowitz swings, blocked, gets it over. Middlestat, Ehlers. Tip is blocked by Petrowitz. They go back to Bader. She's got to readjust. Just drives it into the back row. High overpass. Shelfepper to Middlestat. Back to Shelfepper. Off the block. Vanderschaft keeps it alive. Middlestat in the middle. Ehlers tip shot. Finds the middle of the floor. It's 8-6. Good rally from both teams defensively there.
Yeah, well done. And for WLA, you left one out there because Bader, you mentioned it, free ball to the corner and a loose pass. and WLA doesn't get a swing out of it.
Lori Hilmer saying go Cards. Uncle Brett is watching. And go Brewers. We did see that one just a hair deep from Spiegelberg. It's 8-7. And that early timeout seems to have paid off for the Cards.
Yep, just get back into this thing. And now you got all the momentum. That's the benefit of that is you're still trailing by 1, but you got all the momentum here.
Into the net. A card went into the net. You see it's on 6. That's Brielle Ehlers, 9-7. I don't like saying this, but it seems like a comedy of errors to start this set, at least after the Vikings kind of took control of that timeout. It's been a comedy of errors since.
Yes, it has.
Yes. Speak of the devil. Ripped into the net by Petrowitz. And it's 9-8. Schofeffer to serve. Supernan digs it out of the back row. Errant pass from Spiegelberg. Supernan gets it over. Hardesty sets. Ehlers off the block. Pino kept it alive. Got to get it over. Tipped down by Pino.
Ooh.
And they're trying to call it over the top. They said she was even with it. 10-8. Jill Pino gets her first kill of this set. And the block.
Coach Tome was off the bench, and he might have a point on that one because I don't think that was getting across. And if it wasn't getting across, then by definition it should have been an illegal attack across the top of the net.
Dowling back to serve for the Vikings. She's went on some big runs at the line today. Hardesty sets in the middle. Ehlers with a tip. Pino with a double hit. 10-9. And we talked about how Brielle Ehlers has been quiet, but you can't keep her quiet for long.
No, and I was just gonna say maybe that gets her some momentum. And now here she's got to come to the bench as Voskuhl checks back in. But you just want to. Sometimes it's one of those that kind of looks like a benign tip, and maybe it gets you going.
Mabel's just got to push it over. Walta digs. Spiegelberg knocks it to Pino. Free ball for the Cards. Wendorf. Hardesty with the back set. Slide play. Too deep. From Voskuhl, it's 11-9. And you see that every once in a while with Mabel. Not a ton, but you'll get Voskuhl in on that slide play, trying to get her out of the middle a little bit.
Yeah, she's athletic enough. It just speaks to her foot speed and coordination and her ability to move side to side.
Unger goes back to serve. Vikings lead set 3, 11-9. Wendorf digs it out of the back row. Hardesty sets to Mansueto. Off the block into the floor, and that's the first time we've seen Mansueto really get an attempt on a good set to get a good swing. It's 11-10.
You're right. Now that you say that, we have not seen many big swings from Lillian Mansueto.
Just her 4th kill of the night. Didn't have anything in set 2, 3 in the first set. Wendorf with a nice dig out of the back row. Card's got to hustle to keep it alive. But it'll be another kill for Supernant.
Yeah, she just continues to kind of play. It's not flashy. She has not been, Pino or Petrowitz tonight, but she has stepped up when WLA's needed a couple of points.
Middle stab with the back set. Mansueto with a big swing again into that back left corner. It's 12-11, and she's getting going.
Yeah, and there was pretty much no block there, so she had her pick of where to go. Well, take the most real estate and hit it as hard as you can. That was the philosophy from Lillian Mansueto, and I would say that was the right choice.
12-11.
Pummeled.
She will serve. Wolf digs it out of the back row. Unger with the back set. Readjusting and driving it over to Supernan. In the middle, Voskuhl swing deep. Stays at that 2-point window. It's 13-11. Cards can't seem to get it within that. Just get it tied. It gets to that 1 point. Side out, back to 2.
Which is interesting because in the first couple of sets, it had been Mayville that had kept WLA at arm's length until the last little bit of both of those sets. And you're right.
Voskuhl will get a swing in the middle. They're looking for a touch. No touch. 14-11.
Mayville fans are pretty adamant there was a touch there, as was Coach Tome. And
Supernan to serve. Andershoff, the middle stat. High pass to Schofeffer and a big swing. Good dig from Wolf. Unger to Walta. Dug out of the back row by Mansueto. Cross court. Schofeffer with a tip. down the line and out of bounds. It's 15-11.
Wow, Wolf just set the new career digs record at WLA, and she had a masterful one there.
A big swing from Mansueto, or from Boskel, and that's. They'll go to Bader. Bader off the block. Trying to get there was Wolf again. Much needed side out to make it 15-12. It's a kill for Amelia Bader again.
Yeah, that was a big one for Mayville because he kind of on the verge of getting away from you there, or feeling like it was, and back within 3.
Now 7 kills on the day for Bader, her second of this set. They go to Petrowitz off the block and out of bounds. Haven't said her name a ton in this set, and that gets her 1 away from double digits, her 9th kill of the day.
9 apiece for both her and Pino now, right?
Yep, and Bosco.
I mean, it was, I'm not going to pretend like we somehow came up with an all-time prediction here. That's a great play at the net there by Middlestat. Just the errant pass, just make sure it gets across. Anyways, finish that point. It's not like we were telling people something they didn't know. This is not some grand thing we came up with that the middles were going to be like. We kind of knew this, but it has been fun to watch.
We'll go to Petrowitz in the middle. An errant set from Walta had to make Petrowitz readjust midair. Flies it out of bounds. 16-14 now. Hardesty will go back to serve for the Cards.
Yeah, quite a ways behind her head, and not much she could do.
Wolf gets to that one. Walta back set. Spiegelberg with the swing and gets it to the floor.
Again, there it is. I mean, we've seen Supernand over there with a couple of kills. We've seen Spiegelberg with a couple of kills. It's just enough to take, because otherwise it's like all they're doing is going to the middle, right?
Yep.
And so you got to figure out some other offensive strategy, and WLA's gotten just enough from that opposite side.
Petrowitz serves. Weniger just barely gets it over. Schwefel gets it back from Unger and rips it into the net. 17-15.
Yeah, Weniger deserves a ton of credit there for finding a good spot on something she couldn't do anything else with.
Schelpfeffer will go serve in a 2-point set here in set 3 where we're tied at 1. A set apiece. Miscommunication. Spiegelberg didn't get the pass from Supernan. 17-16.
Yeah, long way to go there for Walta. So that's one where if you got to recognize you need a little help.
17-16, Schelpfeffer to serve. Supernan to Walta. Back set to Spiegelberg. Drives it over with the left hand. Hit high. Vanderschaft gets it up to the 10-foot line to Weniger. High tip dug out by Wolf. Walta will go over in 2. Vanderschaft is there. Hardesty goes to Mansueto. Tip shot into the net. Pushed across. And a lift coming from Spiegelberg. We're tied at 17. The Cards finally break that seal and tie it up.
Schelpfeffer doing an excellent job serving here. She has put WLA under immense pressure.
17-17. Another good one. Supernan gets to it. Wolf to Schwefel. Into the back row, dug out by Schelpfeffer. They'll go to Mansueto. Big swing. Finds the opposite line. 18-17. They're getting her going. They're finding her on the outside now.
Yeah, Lillian Mansueto is, who is it going to be?
Yep.
Voskel's played a big role. Needed someone else to step up, but she's off the floor right now, and Mansueto is the answer.
Vanderschaft will get it in the back row. They'll go to Hardesty. To Weniger with a tip. Falls to the floor. 19-17. Weniger, she had a couple nice matches, and we talked about her a little bit. She's been fairly quiet today. Gets a kill. It's 19-17. Big run from the Cards with Schelpfeffer at the line.
Yep, and I expect it to continue. You said it with Weniger. She's, especially at the Battle of the March, had a really nice night that night, and since then, just very inconsistent. We haven't even seen her play really a ton, so good for her to get back into the fold, and she's had a couple of really nice plays tonight.
And we'll stay here and we'll talk a little bit of what we think. I mean, what apparently we think's been going on. Minus, I would like my fan back, but that's about it.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm not forgetting about that. I don't have that short memory. I'm a spiteful old man that is very hot right now in this gymnasium. We had a gorgeous fan pointed straight at us, and we were robbed.
And we set it up for ourselves, too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We set it up for ourselves. But
it's sad.
You've had a couple big runs. Actually, Shelpepper went on a big run at the line in the
volleyball.
In the first set as well.
Yeah.
And Dowland do it a couple times for WLA as well. And now you're just, if you're WLA, you need this side out here because Mayville's got all the momentum in this set.
Got to have it.
They'll go to Pino. She's been there all day. Good dig from Shelpepper. Kept alive, but it ain't going to matter. That's double digits for Jill Pino now, her 10th.
Yeah, why not go to the middle? And I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure Dowland is the next rotation. Sure is. Here she comes in to serve.
Actually, now it's 11 for Jill Pino, not her 10th. I guess I was.
And the same football players that just robbed us of our fan threw the ball to Mayville. So they're not even paying attention over there. They don't even know who won the point.
19-18, Dowland will serve for the Vikings. Vandershoff to Hardesty. They'll get Ehlers involved. Not this time. Jill Pino with another block kill.
A single block. And she is just so imposing at the net.
Has a pair of blocks in every set so far, does Jill Pino. 6 of them.
And that's the second time after a Pino block that Coach Capps has gone and talked to Reagan Hardesty.
Another Pino block right there on the swing from Mansueto. Ehlers into the back row to Dowland. They go in the middle. They'll go to Pino. She'll push it deep. Wendorf is there. Vandershoff will get it up to the 10-foot line. Weniger can't find it. Into the net. And the timeout works. The Vikings now lead by 1.
I would say. And you mentioned, I mean, you called it right out of there. Shelpepper on the run. You mentioned how Dowland has been, probably the best server in terms of points scored tonight for WLA, and she continues.
They'll go to Mansueto. She'll swing off the arms of Wolf. That'll be her 5th of this set.
Yeah, she is turned on.
Her being quiet, she's now got 8, crawling her way to double digits.
Yeah, she is. And we talk about Lillian Mansueto. She's the first or second name, depending on whether you're going to talk about Leah Voskel first or Lillian Mansueto. If one or two. And she has been caught fire here in set number 3.
20-20. Vandershoff serves. Walta will back set to Pino. Big swing through the block. 21-20.
Send a double block right now. It doesn't matter. Jill Pino.
Jill Pino has 4 or more kills in every set so far today. Unbelievable. She's got 13.
And if you went on Max Preps and you ever saw someone with a 4 kill per set, that'd jump off the page at you. Well, that's been Jill Pino tonight.
Unger serves. Mansueto with an awkward play to get that ball over. Weniger can't get to it. 22-20.
Yeah, and that is a collector's item from Lillian Mansueto. Don't see that very often. WLA takes advantage.
And Coach Capps will take the timeout. 22-20 here in set 3. We're tied at 1. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Looking for a meal at Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that is.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Unger to serve, 22-20 lead in set 3 for the Vikings. Mansueto digs out of the back row. He'll just have to get it over. They will. Wolf is there. Unger. Supernant's just going to push. Weniger. Hardesty to Mansueto off the top of the block. Wolf will get to it. Driven over and blocked. In the middle by Voskel. Be awkward play for the Vikings. It's 4. And the side out that the Cards needed comes at the right time. 22-21. Middle set will go back to serve.
That was Mansueto again. A free ball, and she finds a way to put WLA under pressure, and you can't understate how important that is.
They'll go to Pino, where it's been all day. Wendorf with the dig. She'll try to knock it down to keep it alive. Back set from Unger. Supernan. Vandershoff is there. They go cross court. Mansueto's got to get to it. It's off the block of Pino again. They'll go back to her. She'll swing through the block and down. Block kill. Jill Pino again. Her 5th kill of the set. And that puts her at 5 blocks in this set after the first one she had and now the second one.
Coach Caps thought in the middle of that point, Pino went across again. So that is a theme tonight.
Wendorf tipped up. Bosco and underneath the net. We had no.
Yeah, Mayville went underneath.
Yep, underneath.
And again, it was at the same time as Petrowitz reached across, and I think Mayville wanted that one too. It's just
24-21, set point. Wolf to serve for the Vikings.
Got to find a way to settle back in here if you're Mayville. Find a way.
They'll go to Mansueto. The tip shot blocked by Petrowitz in the middle. Knocked up by Supernan. They'll push it way deep. Wolf is there. Got a battle to keep it alive. Unger goes over. Vanderschaff is there. They set it up. Bosco with the tip. Supernan to Unger. Pushes it deep. Wendorf will get to it. Middlestat. Bader. Tip. Blocked. Kept alive by a great defensive play. We'll go back over. Big swing. Off the arms and out of bounds. Petrowitz with the winner. 25-21 in set 3.
You're going to have to cut that one up just like you did with the Campbellsport Mayville point. That was an awesome rally, and WLA finds a way to win set 3.
25-21 it goes in set 3. WLA takes the lead 2-1. They need set 4 to send the Cards home. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Separated the Werner Harmson name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmson Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville. For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. 25-21, the Vikings win set 3. And once again, it starts with Abella Dowling at the line, gets a good run, scores a ton of points, and then Unger comes in and does a great job at the line as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say Sam Unger is probably who WLA would want. You know, statistically, she's not their best server. But I think back to 2 years ago when she was a sophomore, WLA made a little bit of an improbable run in the postseason. And their season came to an end with a service error from Unger, down 14-13 in a 5th set against Marshall. And so since then, I've just seen it seems to be different for Sam Unger. I think she has really taken that to heart and remembers that moment. And so statistically, maybe not the best server for WLA, but she's, when the chips are on the table, as Coach Caps likes to say, when the chips are on the table, who do you want back there? I think WLA would probably say Sam Unger.
Your big performers for that set, Jill Pino with 5 kills, as well as Lillian Mansueto. But what gets lost a little bit for Pino, 5 blocks in that set for Jill Pino. She's 1 block away from double digits tonight.
She's been spectacular, and for that to be your second middle, right, the one that comes subs in for Petrowitz. Oh, just a luxury for Coach Hackbarth to have.
Wolf will start. We're just about ready to get set 4 underway. Must win for the Cards as the Vikings lead 2-1. Mansueto out of the back row to Middlestat. Bosco, tip shot. Yeah, got to get her going. She had nothing in that third set. She starts with a kill here on a tip.
Yeah, I almost couldn't believe that when you said that between sets, that Leah Voskal was quiet, held scoreless there in that third set, excuse me. And you got to get her going.
You know why he's almost say that? Because that puts her in double digits with that kill right there. What a great first 2 sets. Miscommunication from Wolf and Petrowitz. 2-0 lead for the Cards. Mansueto will serve. Wolf digs it out of the back row. Unger. Back set. Supernan. Deep. 3-0. And if you're Mayville and you're starting with this kind of run, you just got to put the foot down.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to go on the gas now.
Well, and I think that's even more important because this has been Mayville's start in all 4 sets.
Yep.
I mean, they have been, with the exception of set number 1 where WLA started off 3-0, but then Mayville went on a 7-0 run. Good. They have led early in every set.
Yep. Wolf with a fantastic dig on a swing from Shelfeffer. They'll go back to Shelfeffer. Deep tip into the back row. Dowland is there. They go to Petrowitz in the middle. Big swing.
Oh, that's in.
Just barely deep.
I don't know about that one.
I would not disagree with you. I thought that hit the back line. I really did.
We'll have to see.
How fast was your camera work?
I think I got there.
I couldn't tell. I wasn't paying enough attention. And outside the antenna goes Walta. 5-0 lead, and going to be a quick timeout by the Vikings. Probably smart, as Mayville's got some momentum, and we'll step aside. 5-0 lead in set 4 for the Cards. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
By inconsiderate 16-year-olds.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Was that on there?
It was on there,
Good.
but I enjoy it. You know, these kids.
I'm not letting it go. I can't go do on-court interviews after this, Justin, because I'm like, it looks like I took a shower up here.
Tip shot from Bosco kept alive by Unger. They'll set it across to Petrowitz, blocked at the net by Bader. Walta with the swing into the net, and the presence from Bader was felt by Abby Walta there. That is for Bader, now her 4th block of the day. Mansueto still retains serve, 6-0. Unger is there. Another great dig from Wolf. That one's deep, 7-0. And the Cards starting exactly how they need to start this set.
That's an understatement.
Out of the back row, overpass. Shelfeffer to Middlestat. Back to Shelfeffer. Big swing. Wolf digs it out of the back row. Back set, Supernan will push. Middlestat will just barely get to it and get it over. Overpass. Knocked down. Bader with the kill. And they need to get her rolling. I mean, she's been consistent, had 3-2-2. But for Bader, I mean, they've gotten to her on the outside a couple times, and it's worked.
Yeah. And they just generally don't set her a ton because there's so many mouths to feed on this team.
And the run finally ends from a big swing from Jenna Petrowitz.
Yeah, that was better from Petrowitz. And it was a better pass from WLA to get into system. And Supernan's going to have to muster up some of that serving magic that she had in the second set.
Petrowitz now with 11 kills on the day. And her shot out of the back row to Middlestat. Big swing. Bosco finds the floor. That's her 11th kill of the day as well. 9-1.
That was perfect. Picture perfect from Neva Middlestat. And would you believe it if Coach Cap said after that Campbellsport match, she was a middle her entire career until this summer. You'd hardly tell. She starts for a conference contending team at setter.
That one's going to fall for Petrowitz. A joust at the net, and she wins 9-2. Not a ton of times you see the Cardinals lose a joust at the net.
No, but I would argue that WLA has kind of controlled the net tonight even more than Mayville has.
Vanderschaft to Middlestat. Schellpfeffer will run into it, tip into the back row. Walta in the middle. Petrowitz, big swing. Vanderschaft has it, goes off her arms and out of bounds. It's 9-3. Petrowitz heating up her third kill.
All three of them.
All three of them so far. They kept her semi-quiet in set 2 with a pair of kills. Or set 3 with a pair of kills after she had 5 in set 2. And Walta will go back to serve. Mansueto out of the back row in the middle of the middle set. Ehlers with the swing off of Walta. And out of bounds.
And if this thing goes to a 5th and final decisive set, you want as many players swinging positively as you can. That's good to see if you're a Mayville fan, that Ehlers, with that kind of confidence, put that one down.
Reagan Hardesty will go back to serve. 10-3 lead for the Cards. Wolf out of the back row to Walta. Aaron sent Spiegelberg with a runner. Mansueto digs. Gonna have to get it over. Free ball for the Vikings. Wolf. Walta over in 2. They go back to Ehlers. Wolf with a good dig. Walta will try to readjust the set. Deep shot from Petrowitz. They're looking for a touch. No touch, 11-3.
Right there, that's a good example of what I talk about with Ehlers all the time. Just the ability to kind of contort her body and still get something on that swing is just, for essentially a free ball, is excellent.
Schellpfeffer goes deep. 11-4. First time a Viking point has not come from Jenna Petrowitz.
And to that point, 15 points into the match, and Mayville that's their first error. So it's pretty good.
11-4.
Almost like they needed to win it. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. Weniger tipped, blocked. Oh, well, I don't know if I agree with that call.
It's saying it did not touch the block, instead off the tape.
As much as that ball hit the line down there, that one was blocked.
Yeah.
Petrowitz will serve.
Each got one now.
Hardesty battles to get to a diving play by Schellpfeffer, just falls out of bounds. What an effort to even keep it alive.
Yeah, that's one that usually Coach Capps would be applauding, but the first pass was so errant that, I think he's frustrated.
11-6 now. Vanderschaft off her arms. An ace for Petrowitz. It's 11-7. The Vikings clawing back again.
Find you a middle that can do all that, huh?
Unbelievable.
Blocks, kills. Only thing we haven't seen her do is assist tonight.
I don't keep track of those. That's too hard.
Yeah, it sure is. And why would she even pass? I wouldn't if I was Jenna Petrowitz. That's so smart.
Schellpfeffer tips and finds the hole on the overpass. It's 12-7, a run stopper for the Cards.
Yeah, Schellpfeffer is saying, if you're going to go over on 2, I'm going to put it right where you should be.
She's going to go back and serve, and she had a couple nice runs in that last set at the line. They'll set the middle. Pino off the top of the block. Schellpfeffer to Hardesty. Mansueto will swing freely. Dug by Wolf. Close to the net, just punching it over with Schwefel. They'll go cross court. Mansueto with a tip shot. Down the line. Off the arms of Walta and underneath the net. Mansueto continuing her hot streak after that last set.
Yeah, she deserved one after that cross court swing that Wolf ended up getting to. And once again, she uses some off speed and gets it done.
13-7. Walta sets. Pino off the block. Into the floor. Ehlers. And if you're a Cards fan, that's somebody you want to get rolling. Because if you get a rolling going into set 5, it's dangerous. If they go to set 5.
Especially with how Voskuhl has been playing as well.
14-7. Schellpfeffer retains serve. And a good one. Off the arms and out of bounds. An ace for Allison Schellpfeffer. 15-7 now. After a good run from WLA, the Cards go right back on a good run of their own with Schellpfeffer to the line. That one an overpass, out of bounds. Another ace for Allison Shelfeffer, 16-7.
Yeah, and she was statistically last season, Shelfeffer was their best server. And so not surprised to see this. In fact, I was more surprised early in the season when she was not serving.
And that one finds the line. 3 aces in a row from Allison Shelfeffer. 17-7, and they're going to use the timeout. Probably the right time, Jordan.
That is dirty. She is as far left as you can be on the service line, and she went as far right as you could go and found some real estate. So good.
3 kills back-to-back-to-back from Allison Shelfeffer, 17-7. Cards lead set 4. They need it. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, built better for future generations.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports, 17-7. Mayville on a big run with 3 straight aces from Allison Shelfeffer. After WLA went on a big run of their own to make it 11-7, and all of a sudden it's 17-7.
Yeah, for WLA, you were down 7-0, claw your way right back into it, and now this response from Mayville has got WLA in all sorts of trouble.
They'll hit it to Mansueto. She'll go cross court. Wolf was there. 10-foot line. Superman, big dig from Shelfeffer. Mansueto at the 10-foot line off the top of the block. Walta keeps it alive. They'll go over. Hardesty is there. Vandershoff back. Mansueto tip. Blocked. Spiegelberg with a block kill. 17-8.
That's the first time the Vikings have gotten their hands on that tip from Mansueto.
Spiegelberg will pick up her 5th kill of the night. And just who you want coming to the line if you're a Vikings fan, Bella Dowland will go back. 17-8 lead for the Cards.
Good one to start.
Vandershoff will drive it over. Wolf is there. She'll go back to Supernan. Back into the back row to Wendorf. Hardesty goes cross court. Mansueto tip shot. One-arm dig from Supernan. They'll go over into Ehlers to Hardesty. Back to Mansueto off the top of the block and falls to the floor. A kill for Mansueto again. It's 18-8.
Yeah, for WLA, they're just kind of wasted Dowland's serve right there because you had, getting a towel out there to wipe the court, you had that roll shot from Vandershoff, which essentially amounts to a free ball, and you don't get the ball to your setter at all. And the ball comes back over, you get another free ball across, and you go free on 2. Well, you're not going to win many high-level volleyball matches doing that. So WLA's got to find some momentum. Even if you lose this 4th set, you got to find something positive to take into the 5th set.
Saw the same thing with Randolph and Marquezan the other night. Marquezan had a 2-1 lead. Randolph took all the momentum in set 4, and Marquezan just couldn't compete in set 5.
It's so hard. I mean, and it's only to 15 points, and quite frankly, starting sets has been Mayville's strength tonight.
Go back to Mansueto off the block of Pino. Haven't said her name a ton in set 4. Yeah, actually, that'll be her first kill and her first block, but
hasn't been in very much.
That is her 10th block of the day for Jill Pino.
Good night.
And her 15th kill.
Take that.
And Unger will go back to serve where she did that big run to end that last set at the line. Hardesty in the middle. Bosco just barely gets off the floor and gets to it. Pino, big swing off the top of the block. Hardesty. Mansueto at the 10-foot line. Good dig from Wolf. Kept alive. They'll get it over. Free ball for the Cards. Hardesty in the middle. They'll go to Bosco. Another bad set from Hardesty. Back set, Supernan. That one off the back line and a big swing from Supernan. 18-10.
Important one there from Addie Supernan. You mentioned 15 and 10 for Jill Pino. She's a double-double monster on the basketball court. Double-double, not quite what you see a lot, maybe in college and pro volleyball. Maybe not quite at this level so much. But Unger's got to Unger's got to do something special here, get WLA back in this thing.
18-10. Unger serves. That one deep. 19-10. Hasn't been like for either team, I would say. I mean, even for Mayville, they have 2 service errors. WLA had 4 in set 2. Actually, 5 in set 2, 1 in set 3, and now 1 in set 4, or 2 in set 4 now. But that, to me, that's not a ton. And you go back to back. What do we talk about service errors? It kind of seems that's happened tonight.
Well, WLA would have swept this match if they don't have those 5 service errors.
Yep.
Just playing, I think we can pretty confidently say that. And now Mayville looking to make it 5 sets.
And Wolf got to it. Nobody could get to the second shot. 20-11 now. Mansueto serving. And again, WLA, you want to go on a run here at least. I mean, you may not get back into this, but you got to get 5-6 straight points. Something to give you a little bit of momentum going into this 5th set.
And with Mansueto at the service line, this is a chance for her and Mayville to go on a run here and really put a ton of doubt in WLA's mind.
Supernan dug out of the back row by Mansueto. They go to Bader. Roll shot, kept alive on a big good dig from Dowland. Into the block, knocked around. And Bader with another block kill, 22-11.
She is just so tough at the net.
21-11. They must have put that up fast. I'm not that speedy. Mansueto with a good serve, kept alive, and it's a free ball for the Cards. They'll go to Bosco. And again, the last couple sets that have gone to Bosco haven't been there. It was hard to see the first one, and back-to-back from Middlestat that were just a little bit too short for her.
Yeah, that's one where it's really hard for Voskel to try to readjust to that in midair. Like her to just find her way to get that across, but that's so difficult because she's coming down at that point with how she's trying to time her jump.
Cross court to Shelfeffer, awkwardly off the arms of Unger, and she'll try to get it over. She will not. 22-12. Bosco at the line. Cards trying to end this one here with 3 points. 22-12 here in set 4. Good serve from Bosco. Overpass. Bader tries to tip it down. Overpass again. Middlestat can't get to it cleanly. It's knocked out of bounds. An error on the Cards when it should have been. I mean, back-to-back overpasses. You think your 3 points, you're giving them up.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've really said that for Mayville. WLA's done that a fair bit tonight.
Malta will serve. Mansueto awkwardly off her hands. Shelfepper drives it over to Wolf. Malta will set. Petrowitz off the high hands and kept alive by the Cards. They'll go to Mansueto at the 10-foot line into the net. 22-14 now. Vikings, again, just sustain some points.
Yeah.
Continue to go on this run here.
Yeah, if I was WLA, my goal is to get Mayville to take a timeout.
Middlestat, roll shot from Vanderschaaf. They'll go on a back set to Spiegelberg. That one deep. 23-14. Weniger and Hardesty will check back in for the Cards. Bader and Middlestat will come out. Hardesty will serve.
Yeah, we've seen so many high shots from WLA, but you kind of expect that against a team like Mayville when you haven't seen that height before. Hard to trust yourself to hit off those high hands as opposed to just try to hit it over them.
Ehlers with a block on Schwefel. Free ball for the Cards. Mansueto from the 10-foot line. Good dig out of that pack row. Nobody's going to get to it. A big swing from the 10-foot line from Lillian Mansueto. And just, that's now 11 kills after being quiet.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
She's got 8 in the last 2 sets. Set goes. Petrowitz off the hands of Vanderschaaf and out of bounds. On set point, it goes 24-15. Vikings will serve.
That one would have been really close. I think it probably would have snuck out, but Vanderschaaf, if you're not sure, and by the way, it's hit a million miles an hour, she might not have had an opportunity to get her hands out of the way.
Mansueto digs out of the back row. Hardesty in the middle. Ehlers tip shot. Good dig. Spiegelberg keeps it alive. It'll come over. Vandershop to Hardesty. Into the back row. Mansueto off the hands of Pino. Nobody gets there. Cards win. Set 4, 25-15. A much-needed set from them. We'll have 5. Free volleyball coming here from WLA, Jordan. I mean, the Cards did what they needed to do in that set, and they kept the momentum for the majority of the set.
Yeah, if you're going to start a match off 7-0, you better win that match in convincing fashion. They were able to do that. And it was that middle of the set run. Started off 7-0. You give up a little run there to WLA that gets them back into it. And then that run from about 10 to 7 to 17-7. That closed the door on the set. And now it's gut check time for really both of these teams, but especially WLA, after how poorly they played in that fourth set, to try to bounce back and get it back on the rails here for set number 5.
Petrowitz with 3 kills in that set. Mansueto with 3. A pair of blocks from Bader and a pair of kills from her. They kept Pino quiet, which they probably needed to do. Only 1 kill in that set from Jill Pino. Now it's a race to 15 after this on Radio Plus Video Sports. Set 5 coming at you.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Set 5 coming at you, and Mayville fan gave us a pretty good stat. Everybody that's won a set has won on our right side.
Yeah.
On the south end of the gym.
So there you go. You can turn off the stream. Mayville wins this one in 5. No, I'm just kidding. WLA did win the toss, so they'll have the serve to start things off.
I believe we'll obviously start with Wolf on the serving, but now you're in the rotation where Jill Pino started in that back row. You're not going to see her for a while. And she's been great today.
Yeah, they got it. Petrowitz has got to find her form from the first 3 sets.
And here we go. Underway in set 5. Middlestead in the middle. Bosco tipped at the net. Petrowitz knocks it down, and she's fired up. It's 1-0 Vikings to start.
Yeah, these all feel like they're worth 2, right? Because it's just the race to 15. So every point just feels way bigger in this 5th set.
Ace coming from Wolf. 2-0 Vikings.
And you don't see many for Mayville where 2 players look at each other and neither even move. And that one fooled both Mansueto and Vandershoff. Neither one knew who was taking that.
Wolf will serve again. Wendorf. Mansueto's got to dive to get there. Free ball coming over for the Vikings. Wolf gets to it. Petrowitz will roll shot it over, blocked at the net by Bader. Bosco with a tip. Wolf is there. Unger sets. Walter with a big swing into the net. 2-1.
Bader once again showing her ability there to just be a rock wall at the net. And this is one of Mayville's best rotations, obviously, with Mansueto serving, but you got 3 real threats to block at the net.
Swing a high from Petrowitz. Shelfeffer with the big swing off the block, kept alive by Unger. He'll knock it over. Mansueto, Middlestead, Bosco tip. Walta is there. Unger will go back to Walta. Off the block and down. Bader once again.
Yeah, she's played 2 points since she's come in. She's got a hand on 2 different swings for WLA already.
2-2. Set 5. Unger to set. Tries to go quick with it off the arms of Voskel and falls. Smart play from Sam Unger.
That was the creativity that we were talking about in the pregame. WLA can't just play your normal pass, set, spike. Like, you got to get creative, and that was a nice job there.
3-2 lead. Supernan will go back to serve.
And she's had her spurts at the line as well, so.
Vanderschaff is there. Middlestat sets cross court. Schelpfeffer goes deep. Wolf to Unger. They'll go to Spiegelberg off the block. It's going to be 4. It's going to say it's going to hit the tape.
Yeah.
And that's probably the right call.
Yeah, I didn't think that got over. And we almost forget how good WLA was serving in those first 3 sets because they barely served at all in the 4th. But they got a side out here.
Ehlers to check back in. Unger goes to Petrowitz off the high hands of Bader. Mansueto, back set, Schelpfeffer off the hands. Unger gets to it. Wolf into the back row to Supernan, a roll shot. Mansueto to Neva Middlestat. Set, Schelpfeffer, big swing off the arms of Wolf and out of bounds. 4-3 lead for the Cards. Their first lead is set 5.
Yeah, big swing there. Defensively there for WLA. You're in the 5th set of this match. A ball comes across and your setter has to take it. You can't have that happen at this juncture of the match.
Good serve from Voskel. Unger gets to it. Spiegelberg off the block. Batted around. And Bader once again. That's her 3rd block already in this set. 2nd kill. 5-2 Voskel at the line. Walta to Unger, back to Walta. They go push deep. Just misses the line at 6-3.
Good idea, but how long do you let this go if you're Coach Hackbarth?
Can't let it go too long. I mean,
you got to side out here if you're WLA pretty quick. This thing's going to get away from you.
Unger. She'll go to everybody that's been there all day. Petrowitz. Bader can't get to that one. 6-4.
Yeah, WLA finally got a good pass. And finally was able to get back to the middle, which is the bread and butter.
Schwefel checks back in.
As much as we've talked about mixing it up and using your outsides, I mean, at some point you got to go to what works.
6-5, an ace for Abby Walta.
Yeah, that was an important serve, and an equally important one coming up here for Walta and WLA.
6-5, set 5. Walta will serve. Mansueto digs it out of the back row, Middlestat. Ehlers into the face of Petrowitz. It's 7-5.
You know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when things were not good for Ehlers, she had about 1 kill in the first 2 sets or somewhere around there. I said she's going to play a role, and that was a big point there to keep the lead for the Cards.
Go to Spiegelberg. They're looking for a touch. No touch. Everybody's arguing the touch. Nobody saw it.
Well, you know, I haven't seen WLA argue any call as adamantly as that. It's hard we can't see from up here touches at all, but they were pretty animated.
And Schwefel goes deep. It's 9-5. You wonder how long they're going to wait to call this timeout, and they're going to take it right here. Cards lead, set 5, 9-5. Can they get the comeback win after being down 2-1? We'll see after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
We are Hostess Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Market & Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
All-Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams. 9-5. Hardesty serves for the Cards. Supernan out of the back row to Walta. Petrowitz goes high with it. Mansueto was there. They go cross court. Shelfeffer off the block and down of Jenna Petrowitz. 9-6. A much-needed side out for the Vikings.
Petrowitz trying to drag her team across, and here comes Jill Pino. And Petrowitz to serve as well.
Third kill of this set from Jenna Petrowitz. She will serve. Vandershoff is there, into the net. Kept alive by Hardesty. Poked over by Weniger. What a defensive effort from the Cards. They'll go to Schwefel. Vandershoff is there. Hardesty gets it up. Roll shot from Vandershoff. Walta to Pino in the middle, off the block of Ehlers. Pino will knock it over, free ball for the Cards. Miscommunication. Falls to the floor. 9-7, an unconventional kill for Jill Pino.
That's two now that your two of your captains that you just really expect to communicate didn't have.
9-7. Petrowitz retains serve. Into the net. That's her second service error of the day. 10-7 now. And if you want anyone at the line for the Cards, it's probably been Allison Shelfeffer today.
Tonight it has, which is saying something because Lillian Mansueto is usually so good back there.
It will go to Pino. Pino off the hands of Ehlers and falls to the floor. 10-8.
It's always easy to know. You can. That was an easy one to tell it was off hands because you could hear the slap from up here with how hard Pino hit that. And conversely, right after Shelfeffer, every time, here comes Bella Dowland. Last time WLA wasted Dowland's serve with some shaky passing.
Another good one. Wendorf gets to it. They go to Mansueto on the far side. Wolf to Walta. They'll go over into its Hardesty. Vandershoff back to Mansueto. A tip off the hands of Pino. They push into the back row. Wendorf is there. Hardesty, cross court. Mansueto off the hands. Kept alive by a good dig from Walta. They'll go over with it. Into Wendorf. Ehlers, a high tip. Falls to the floor. Hopefully, Abby Walta is all right, but it's a kill for Brielle Ehlers.
Yeah, I think we'll.
And we will step aside and we'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams. And quick timeout from the official, trying to make sure all substitutions are correct and rotation is correct.
So Miriam Borgward, we haven't not seen her at all today. She comes in for Abby Walta, and then we're going to see Schwefel replaced by Sam Unger as WLA needs to get a setter out there. So that's the benefit of running a 5-2.
They'll go to Pino, off the block.
5-2, 6-2, excuse me.
It was Weniger in on the block on that time. They'll set. Bosco tip. Kept alive by Unger. Falls to the floor. Bosco with the kill. 12-8 Cards. Her first of this set. It'll be Vandershoff to serve again. Unger to Supernand off the high hands. Cross court to Mansueto. Gets it to fall on a little bit of an off speed. 13-8.
That tip has killed WLA tonight. Mansueto's ability to read what the situation requires is just next level.
13-8. They'll go to Supernan. That one deep. And it's match point for the Cards. It's 14-8. And they got to use a timeout here. We'll take it with them. 14-8 Cards. They need one here in set 5. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one old ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago. One community and one...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. 14-8 lead for the Cards. It is match point. And Jordan, after the showing in set 3 from WLA, would you thought we would have got to this point?
Yeah, I mean, I still would have given Mayville every chance to make it a 5th set, but the dominance we have seen from the Cards in the 4th and now here in the 5th has been tremendous.
What a dig from Hardesty to keep it alive. Free ball knocked over by Mansueto. Unger to set. She knocks it over, finds the line. Good play from Sam Unger.
Yeah, very good. She's got a couple of kills here tonight.
Unger will serve. She's been pretty good back there as well.
She got WLA back into it earlier.
14-9. Wendorf with the dig. They set. Big swing. Bosco. Wolf with a big dig. They'll go back. Get across. Hardesty. Mansueto. Tip down the line. Cross court. Ball game. Cards win 15-9. It's worked all day. It works again.
If it ain't broke, do not fix it. And Lillian Mansueto came out of nowhere after the first couple of sets and wills the Cards to victory here tonight. Tremendous effort from Lillian Mansueto.
Cards win 15-9 in set 5. We'll step aside, run a couple of ads. We'll come back with some interviews after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE. Located in Lomira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A section that provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verheg's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhegsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verheg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Welcome back here on the post-game show on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Reads. Here with Lillian Mansueto and Amelia Beta. Guys, overall, obviously you go 5 sets tonight. Resiliency from you guys. You're down 2-1. You had a great set 4 and a great set 5 finish. Whichever one wants to take it, it don't matter.
I think it's really good that we all just continue to push and to work together as a team and to keep fighting to stay in the game.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I think it's just really important. Like, there's so many things to volleyball, and the biggest thing is probably like our passes. And like, we weren't connecting at first, but when we started to get those, we started to feed our hitters, and then we were winning those sets.
Lillian, you were kept quiet in set 2. You got a great set 3, 4, and 5. Overall, for you guys, it seemed you guys went to the outside more towards the end after Bosco kind of started getting blocked a little bit in the middle.
Well, I think it's important, like Caps always says, like feed our middles because they are such good hitters, you know. So when you can see that they're getting down or they're getting blocked, you don't want to take their confidence away, but just move the ball around places. And I think just like knowing who's on fire, where to get the ball is super important.
You only had 8 blocks tonight. I had you for 8, so I'm going with 8. But overall for you guys, 24 jigs. We'll get to that. Cap's giving me some stats over here. I can't keep that many stats. But Amelia, what was working at the net tonight for you guys?
I just really think that when we go up, we really know like what we have to do to get like the block. And if I don't know what's happening, like I know what I need to fix.
So the resiliency from you guys get the win. What can you take going on later in the week?
I think just taking this and like reflecting on it at practice, like knowing that we have to work harder and we can't just come into these places and just think that we're gonna like play our best. You know, we all struggled on the court today, and I think the biggest thing was just like knowing that we're not always gonna be at the highest point, so just working up to that point at practice and just pushing ourselves even more. Thank you.
Hand it over to Coach Caps. I'll take it.
They're sweaty.
I know one. Mine's probably sweaty already. Yes. Coach, we'll start with the Lillian Mansueto. 24 digs tonight. Plus, I had her for over a dozen kills, I remember correctly. What can you say about her?
Well, you know, the funny thing is we had a talk at the beginning of the season. And a lot of the it's very typical to go to your outside heads for your big kills. And we know that Lil is the type of person, she's a high volume. She's kind of like Michael Jordan, shot a lot of shots and got a lot of points. We've been talking to her about her efficiency, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to really work that through where her defense is what makes our team go. I mean, like, she leads us in digs every time. Mar had over 20 digs also, but Lil is the person who anchors the defense. And so by knowing that we have two special middles and that middles rely on a good pass, we do know that we work off of the idea of when we get a good pass, we're going to our bigs, and then Lil has to make do with what she gets. In the fifth set, though, we went to who we trust, and that's when we went to Lil. And did you see she took the swing when she wanted to take the swing. She went and pushed corner. She's a smart player, and she's a competitor that when the money's on the table, she'll take it. She'll go beat up a little kid and take their money because she's a cold-blooded killer.
So we'll go back to set 4 here. You had a big run at the line from Allison's shelf effort.
Wasn't that awesome?
Unbelievable. Three aces in a row. But overall, I thought today at the line she was fantastic.
Well, the funny thing is, if I know that you followed us a couple times, and I've watched you prepare for these shows because you have to have lots to talk about. And last year you mentioned, I appreciate coaches who keep max preps up to date because it makes your job easier. So therefore, you have access to our stats, and you see that we're not a big ace. We don't get a lot of aces.
Nope.
I would imagine that as far as team aces, we're probably in the lower 3 or 4 of the conference. Now, our percentage, probably one of the higher in the conference because we don't typically miss a lot of serves. Now, I say that, and I wanted to strangle him a couple times on that, but keeping it impressive. But Allison is one of those that when last year, I think she was one of our top servers because she was a middle last year, which I think is so funny that Kylie was a middle for JV last year. Amelia was a middle for JV2 last year. I mean, we have 6 middles that we've repurposed. Okay, and so we're learning how to play these other positions, and we've got the 2, our setter, Neva, she's a middle. Man, I happen to be her club coach, and man, she can hit the ball. She loves blocking, and she gets up so high. Did you know she can high jump as a 8th grader last year, 5'2"? And so she's 5'10". She has ups, and we repurposed her. So I think that I have to be patient because I start 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a whole bunch of juniors, most of whom were on JV last year. We know we're big, but we're learning how to play volleyball. And I think that this is the type of match that we needed. 2 teams that were 2-0. And I want to compliment WLA. They played, that first set they played was spectacular. And they just took us out behind the woodshed and showed us, you think you guys are the new, we've been in this conference and we've been atop the conference a lot. And we're the new kids on the block. And so I could tell when I was shaking hands with WLA, that hurt to them because we know that Laconia is still Laconia until someone knocks them off. And they're getting better and better and better every time you see those scores. And they wanted to keep their conference because someone was going to be 3-0, and I would imagine Laconia will be 3-0, and keep that going. And so they had some tears over there because, and now what they're hoping now is that they beat Laconia and that Laconia beats us, and let's create a 3-way, all for all. But I have to admit, isn't that libero they have something else?
She was fantastic tonight.
And you can tell how much my team listens to me because every time they went to serve, they were supposed to play keep away, and they'd serve it right to her. I mean, and then when we're hitting, hit it to the 1 because that's not where the libero is. They'd hit it right to her. I mean, okay, so I know what we're going to work on in practice.
Congratulations, Coach, on a big win and improving to 3-0 in the conference. I don't know if we have you next week, but I'm sure if we do, we'll be in contact. And again, Mayville 3-0 in the conference.
Hey, it
and
feels good.
Sitting at the top.
It feels good.
Congratulations,
Hey,
Coach.
thank you so much.
Yep.
And again, thank you guys for all you do for high school.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports on Jeff's live streams and Radio Plus.
Gather the gang for a meal at Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever, to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmson Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmson is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmson name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmson Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, a remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pino. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, build better for future generations.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams. Jordan, a five-setter and a fantastic five-setter. I mean, I think it was 20. We had 25-20, then 25-23.
Yeah, that second set I think is the one when WLA goes back and thinks about this. That second set is the one where they will say, "Hey, that was our chance to get it done." Because to your point, they were right in it to the very end and not able to close it out. But I think what, for if nothing else for WLA, what they proved to themselves and everyone else is that this conference, they will be a player in the conference, right? They will. You have to beat them. And Mayville, credit to Mayville, you're sitting 3 games into this season, and you've beaten 2 teams that are going to be part of this race, Campbellsport and WLA. And so Mayville's put themselves in a stellar spot, but I think WLA's got to take a lot of positives away from this, and in terms of belief that they can be part of this conversation in the flyway. So a 5-setter, like we said, this is kind of what we kind of expected from that Campbellsport Mayville match, and thankfully we got it tonight with a really competitive, entertaining match.
Fantastic day overall. I mean, from Mansueto, 24 kills, 24 digs, 14 kills. Bader with 7 blocks. I mean,
14 kills for Bosco. Yeah.
21 digs from Vandershoff. I mean, and 4 aces from Allison
and
Shelfeffer.
21 assists from freshman Neva Middlestat too. So
and 14 from Hardesty, and she
Yeah.
doesn't get on the floor a ton.
Yeah. It's just all around, and that's we've said it multiple times tonight. That's what makes Mayville so dangerous. So.
All right. Well, we got to kind of go what we got going on tomorrow. I got to think. Bonnie plays
6-pack tomorrow night.
Bonnie plays Kaukauna.
Yeah, WLA in Springs. Mayville has Campbellsport and Lamira with Omro. Waupun
That one I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm normally better at that where Waupun is, because that's the one I always remember where it is when I look at the sheet, but I didn't see where Waupun was this week. But
Waupun and Oakfield, I think, would be the other two.
Oakfield is on the road tomorrow, so it is Waupun.
Okay. All right.
No, actually, Randolph Westfield.
There you go.
That's the one. That's one of them we got. I forgot about that. Randolph.
I know there's 6 games, so there you go. You'll be able to find them all if you subscribe, right?
Yeah, on Jeff's live streams, we'll have the 3. There are 2. It'll be 3. Yeah, Lamira and Amro, Randolph and Westfield, and then me. I'll be at Mayville Campbell Sport. So Mayville fans, you'll get another day of being sick of me. I'll be at Mayville Campbell Sport. Andy will be there with me as well as Jacob and Jordan. You'll be doing for WLA fans.
Yeah,
the WLA Springs game.
Yeah, looking forward to that tomorrow, and I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be one. It's going to be a 5-setter in football terms, whatever that means. It's going to be a game in the fourth quarter.
Down to the last drive of the fourth quarter.
I think these two teams are. We're going to find out a lot about how this flyweight conference race is going to shake out tomorrow.
Well, and if you want to listen to some of that tomorrow, hop into the morning. We can talk. You'll have a little bit of conversation about what's coming from or what came from volleyball tonight, and what we'll have on set tomorrow in the Flyweight Conference on the Flyweight Focus.
Flyweight Focus Sports Report. We'll have it up tomorrow morning. All the scores from tonight. And, get you ready for a Football Friday around the conference.
All right. Well, this has been Justin Schwartzmiller, Jordan King, and Andy signing off from WLA. Mayville wins in 5 sets. We'll be back on air, or at least I'll be back on air tomorrow. Mayville Campbell Sport, a big one in the Flyweight Conference. Once again, good night.
Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams would like to thank our sponsors.
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pino Construction,
Verheg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Intertech, Coal, Oil, and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.